Welcome to another exciting live edition of The Ravens Flock.
Yeah. Here.
Folks, thank you for joining us. It is Saturday, January 21st, as we're nearing the end of the month of February and we're climbing our way out of the winter season. There's lots of news we need to discuss, and we're here to discuss it with each and every one of you. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, also host of Wrestle Rewind, founder, producer, and content manager of this awesome, amazing channel that you are watching, that you're subscribed to, and you are members of, and we appreciate each and every single one of you. And joining me on my left is the host of Los Amigos Play and the man with a backlog of lots of video games and lots of anime. Seriously, are you still stuck on Chainsaw Man, or have you moved on?
Well, the first season already ended, so I gotta find something else to watch.
Okay, he's got something else to watch. Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Once again, it is a pleasure to be with you. It is an honor to stand on your side, and to remind you that it is always ethical to shit on localizers and game journalists.
And there we went.
It is never morally wrong. I'm sorry, I messed up.
You've messed up already.
Yeah,
God almighty, Angel.
But my hatred for game journalists and localizers will never die.
True. You're worried about me messing up.
No, it's
okay. And joining me on my right is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on the channel every single week. And are you ever going to move on from Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
No.
That's okay. Mr. Juan Arauz.
Thank you for that introduction, Jose, and don't you ever forget the Mister.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/TheRavensFlock and twitch.tv/TheRavensFlock online.
Swing it, Angel.
Hit the subscribe or the follow button in the bottom right corner of your screen. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. Leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we're live. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker for $4.99 a month. You will have exclusive access to many amazing perks that comes with being a member. Juan, explain.
Well, for any inner flockers that we've got in the chat, do yourselves and do the world a favor. Show off those lovely custom emojis that we've made just for you. And speaking of which, I want to say hi to the folks we've got in our YouTube chat so far. We've got Nikki Bella, Project Metal Music. Lisa Boo is up in the chat. And hello, Lorraine Lamour, and welcome back, Nora Otaku. How have you been?
Welcome back, Nora Otaku.
It's
We
our girl.
missed you plenty, and I'm
Thank
happy to see that you are back with us.
Thank you kindly. It is an honor to once again see an old-time member of our team that has been with us for many, many years. We hope to continue providing the endless entertainment and information that we have. Because, guys, let's be honest. In this cruel and difficult economy, what is $4.99 going to do for you?
Well,
Nothing.
it doesn't really do that much.
You can barely afford a Twix bar with that crap. However,
It's true. I bought a king-size Twix bar, and I had to leave my child behind at the
I know. Look at
store.
that. An arm and a leg, but for not $4.99. Not only can you obtain the most powerful and nourishing material of them all, entertainment, you may obtain from us the greatest treasure that exists, which is the knowledge.
And knowledge.
That too, yeah, sure.
And the truth. The truth is just as important. Don't knock it.
The truth is knowledge. In fact, it is the greatest of knowledge.
Angel, she's also here calling you the handsome anime villain over here.
Why, yes. Yes, I am. In fact, my first act of villainy was take away all of our advertisement by saying a bad word within the first 15 seconds.
God dang
Still
it.
Without even trying, man.
Still trying to get over
Effortless.
that.
No,
Effort.
he wasn't trying to do it. He does it so well. It was
It was a
effortless.
reflexive, my desire to crap relentlessly on game journalists and anime localizers that can't seem to get through their heads that we want the material properly and untainted by your horrible personal politics. But
Yeah, we're
That's
getting
later.
off track. Juan's still in the middle of his announcement.
Let's not forget,
Go,
folks,
fam.
you also get members first and members only content available to you courtesy of us. You also get a special merch discount to our merch store if you're an inner flocker. Link in the description below. And let's not forget something much more important. You get access to us directly. You get to be part of our discussions and input in terms of shaping the future of this channel. So don't delay. Become an inner flocker at your earliest convenience here, folks. We appreciate all the support that we get from each and every one of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's a good thing that we got a bunch of folks tuning in right now, especially some old faces that we haven't seen in a very long time, because this is a very special occasion. Not for us, of course. I mean, we're happy that we're going to be talking about it
because we are always special.
because we're always special. But no, something else, something historical, something groundbreaking, something that shook the very foundation of all nerds since the early 90s.
That's right.
1993, if I'm not mistaken.
Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, on this day, after 10,000 years of imprisonment, an evil entity was released from a space garbage can and decided that it was time to conquer Earth.
So an ancient intergalactic head told a very crazy and very goofy robot
Who kind of sounds like Invader Zim, but we don't talk about that.
to call on 5 teenagers with attitude.
Unfortunately, there were no teenagers, so he found a bunch of incredibly handsome and buff adult male models and girls and put them all in high school and said, screw it, you'll do.
Actually, fun fact, one of them was legitimately a teenager.
I know,
I'll
that's
tell
the
you.
part that's the hilarious part.
And
I know,
thus,
right?
the Power Rangers were born!
Yes!
On this day, we celebrate 30 years of one of the most enduring franchises in the history of television, the Power Rangers.
We're not here to argue and explain to you why the Power Rangers is an awesome show, and if you don't agree with us, then you're just incorrect.
Get out. Leave right now.
No, but seriously, it's just that the fact that something so goofy as, hey, hello, my name is Hayam Saban. I'm a TV producer, and I'm traveling over here to Japan. I'm trying to come up with ideas to go bring network TV shows, and hey, what's this thing on TV?
Oh, it's Super Sentai. It's very popular. It's about like heroes in color matching costumes fighting evil. It's like a Monster of the Week thing. We got a bunch of explosions. We got a bunch of special effects. We have 3,000 people that we hire specifically for the pyrotechnics team. It's doing pretty good so far.
Holy crap! What are these guys called? It's ZYU. How do you spell that? How do you pronounce that? Juranger.
Juranger.
Well, I happen to be Jewish. This is a sign. No joke. That is literally what Hayam Saban said.
I forgot.
Like the Zoo Rangers, the original Super Sentai of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the Dino Rangers. It's pronounced Zoo Ranger, and Hayam Saban heard Jew Ranger.
It's like, well, we're doing this.
This is clearly a sign from Moses. We doing this. All right.
And
I'm
considering his success, though,
Here's-
could you say that he was wrong?
Here's a bunch of Hollywood production money. I want to buy the rights to this footage. We're gonna use it, chop it up, and we're gonna retool it over here in America.
You know what?
cool
At
with
least
that?
it was a good sign. At least it was a good omen sign of Moses, and not the plagues of Egypt.
Thankfully, no, because Japan looked at that and said, well, that's a lot of money. All right, dope. But that shit is separate from ours. Like, that's your thing. This is our thing. We cool? Yeah, we cool, we cool.
cool, man.
We don't have to overdub it. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do my entire completely different plot. And, we're just going to use the footage and explosions. In fact, I'm going to bring in more explosions because it's America. So the explosions are going to double now.
How are we going to amp this up? It's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to hire a bunch of young actors who don't know squat about the Screen Actors Guild, so we can get away with not paying them union money. That, by the way, dick move.
I know, right?
And we're going to make sure that they have some sort of athletic background. Martial arts background would be a plus.
Yeah.
That way, we could show them kicking butt with our stunt team, and we'll pay them what they'll consider a nominal
A
rate.
fair rate by their standards.
By their
By their
standards.
standards. $1 billion for me. Point
And
is,
thus-
it worked.
It was
Wait,
our
hang on.
crap.
Oh, shit. I made a mistake. Hang on. We missed a detail.
What?
Runs all the
What
way back
detail?
to the States. Give me a man that knows how to riff the fuck out.
Okay, fine. Well, all right, you, dude. Listen, we're doing.
Twice you dropped the F-bomb.
It's
Hey,
already happened.
thanks a lot, Angel. Yeah, Nora saying my sister still believes that America made the Power Rangers, not Japan. Your sister's only half right, which means she's 100% wrong.
But yeah, no.
America invented the Power Rangers, but Japan invented the Super Sentai, out of which Power Rangers is based.
Which is ironic considering that America invented Spider-Man, and based on Spider-Man, Japan invented Kamen Rider, which is almost, if not more popular than Super Sentai right now.
Right?
Which is why the cross-pollination is not lost on us.
It's all over the place, man.
Literally, look up Supaidaman.
Supaidaman.
The emissary of death.
Hell.
Of
Yes, hell.
hell. It was an emissary of hell. They
right.
gave him a giant mega mech.
Its name was Lionor. It
Yeah,
was-
no. For 30 years, the Power Rangers franchise has been going and taken so many different forms. It's amazing of how long it's lasting. I'm not saying lasted because as of right
It's
now,
still going.
It's still going.
And it's still worth watching. Hell, it's been to the point that people that I know that are obsessed with Super Sentai and actually have watched the most recent series go, oh, no, yeah, no, like story-wise, this is actually just as good as its original counterpart. Apparently, like the Samurai one, and the RPM one, and the one from what was the police one? The one I love, SPD. I love SPD.
Emergency.
SPD was the best to me, and even though the story was completely different from the original, it actually stood very solidly on its own, which is kind of funky when you realize that the Sentai series by itself has some of the goofiest crap imaginable happening.
My favorite is still Time Force.
Time
Was it
Force
Time
is
For?
still dope.
Time Force.
Time for
Time Force. Is that the one with the
Time Force.
That's the one with the Quantum
That's the one
Ranger.
with Virgil.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We can always thank the Power Ranger
Time
series
Force.
for giving
Time
employment
Force.
to the people that would eventually become some of the most beloved video game voice actors in history.
God Almighty.
His
Daniel
name
Southworth.
is Johnny John Don Bosch, and he once got into a fight with Dan South in a movie called Breaking Point, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Next, the Power
they-
Rangers fast food theme. Oh, funny. Funny you should mention that.
Funny you should mention that.
Power Rangers Turbo was actually based on a parody of the Super Sentai.
Yeah.
The original Super Sentai of the was it Go Rangers?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Go
It was
Rangers.
supposed to be a freaking a rag, a riff, a rib, a joke, a freaking thumb in the eye of the Super Sentai, and Hayao Saban and the Power Rangers production team said, "Okay, we'll take that.
You're like, dude, cool cars.
It's cool cars. Come on,
Listen,
how are we gonna say
we are
no
in
to
the
cool
age.
cars?
We are in the
Right.
age of Hot Wheels. People, listen. The kids love their cars. Even the girls get the big fancy cars for the Barbie dolls. You know what we need? Freaking cars. Massive, powerful cars.
Powerful cars.
By the way,
Turbo
as an
Megazord.
extra touch of irony, many years later, Super Sentai would do its own parody of itself called Akiba Ranger.
Akiba Ranger.
which
That's
also had a couple of episodes parodying Power Rangers.
And these had like the only three Super Sentai
Yeah.
in it. One was the Red Ranger. He was a middle-aged dude like us who
Yeah.
wants to be a ranger for
The
real.
other one is a girl that wants to be an actress. And
But
but by the way, this actually runs into the joke. In season 2, they changed the actress because the actual actress got a bigger gig in a drama movie.
Oh my
And
God.
they don't even bother hiding it. They just go, "Hey, Itsuki-san, what happened?" "Oh, the previous one went, so I'm filling in for her."
And
it's just a part-time thing.
And the third one, wasn't she like an actual kick-ass martial artist girl? But she's like, listen, I'm just here to kick people's asses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. The
was the other
one
way
who wants to
around.
be an actress, she's an idol.
Yeah.
She was an idol.
She became an idol, so she had to leave, and they brought in another one. Also, I love that one episode. I'm sorry, I'm debating. There's one
No,
episode that I
you're-
love where they're fighting this bad guy who is kicking their asses because because they literally says, "I recreated this bad guy from all the roles of this famous, well-known stunt double who is a complete badass." So they're getting their asses kicked because the monster has meme powers. Basically.
no.
Oh my goodness.
Guess how they defeat him?
How do they defeat him?
Okay. His actor is a huge fan of samurai movies.
Yeah.
So if we recreate the conditions for him to die in an epic duel, he has to take them. So during the fight, the other two rangers literally draw a sunset background. And the other one goes, I can't resist it, and pulls out a sword out of nowhere.
That is pretty cool. But getting back into
No,
this,
no,
but getting back into it.
That just shows you how
yeah.
we're okay with goofing on the
Oh,
Power
it's
Rangers
great.
if the original source material can goof on itself.
It's pretty
right?
Yeah, no, definitely. And like I said, it's taken many forms. And who can also forget some of the timeless moments, like when the Power Rangers from Power Rangers in Space one time teamed up with the Ninja Turtles.
My man. They did a comic about that. It was actually pretty good.
The comic was obviously good, but the Ninja Turtles, the next mutation.
Yeah. Well, they tried.
Let's just say the quality of the franchise has gone through some highs and lows throughout its long.
They really,
long
really
run.
tried.
And has created some extraordinary people that have become very well-beloved industry, including, of course, the now very much missed Jason David Frank, who captured our hearts and souls as the once villainous and later heroic Green Ranger.
The 30-year anniversary is more prevalent now because of the recent passing of Jason David Frank.
God, he was like me for real, man.
He was the realest of them all, to the point that he basically never tapped, just like Jesus. But
He never tapped
Personal
legitimately.
tragedies aside, though, many of the people were well known, and they later went on to work in other industries like video gaming, voice acting, actual serious acting, and so on and so forth. And
Amy
they had
Jo
the-
Johnson,
Amy Jo
what's her face?
Johnson.
Kimberly, the original Pink Ranger. She's a film director now.
That's right,
She
yes.
writes and makes her own movies now.
And of
It's
course, we have the fanatic and well-known Mr. Johnny John Bosch himself, who
Mm-hmm.
was the Turbo Ranger, then he became the Black Ranger, and because he obtained like double race privilege, he became the Anime Ranger. When
Angel,
he
it's the other way around. He
It's
was
the other
the
way around.
second
Dude,
Black
you're getting your arrows
Shit.
crossed, man.
Angel, here's what it was.
Brain
it was
go-
the second Zeo Ranger. Then he was the green Zeo Ranger. No, he was the second Black
He was
Ranger.
green first, right?
No, black
When he was
first.
black, then green.
After Zach, Walter Jones.
That's
He was
right.
black first, and
Then
then
became
green
green.
Zeo Ranger,
Then
then the
green
first
Turbo.
green Turbo Ranger.
That's
Who was
right.
replaced by a Latino dude. And
That's
that
right.
Latino dude became the Black Space Ranger.
So yeah, you can tell that there's a lot of crossing over, and of course, Mr. Ruben Lando himself, who played the choreography of some of the monsters, would later go on to become the iconic voice of Dante from the Devil May Cry series and Ken from Street Fighter. And then following on that, with Time Force, we got the Quantum Ranger, played by the iconic Daniel Southworth, known as Virgil from the Devil May Cry series. There's a lot of interconnection here.
Also, it's important to note that as of this stream right now, Steve Cardenas, the guy who played
Rocky.
the
second
Red Ranger,
slash the
and
Turbo Ranger.
and the voice actor and the voice actress who played I forgot her
Shelley.
name, Tanya, who plays the Yellow Zeo Ranger,
Okay, that would be Nakia Perez.
Nakia Perez, and the actor who played the Red Time Force Ranger,
Jesus.
Wes. They're currently right now at Central Florida
No,
Comic.
that would be Jason Font.
Jason Vaughn. They're in Central Florida Comic Con in Lakeland for this week, for today and tomorrow as we speak.
So
By the
feel
way,
free to swing
folks-
by and tell them how much you love, how they
Yeah.
shape your childhood.
But
If you're in Lakeland,
if you're in Lakeland, like we will be tomorrow.
right.
we'll save that announcement for later. But yes.
Shelly Fitzgerald. I saw Jose said hi. Angel said hi. I'm saying hi. Hi, Shelly.
Oh, Shelley.
Okay, you can tell we're giant fans.
We're
of the
big
Power
fans.
Rangers fans.
We love
guys.
this stuff.
Yes.
We love it. It's clearly got an important piece of our hearts, of our childhoods. They help change us and shape us into the people we are, which is gigantic weebs. But more importantly,
Yeah.
gigantic weebs who took these schlocky, corny, clearly geared for kids, Saturday morning cartoon style, freaking Aesop of the week, fucking moral of the
But
story.
it worked.
I dropped the F-bomb just like Angel did. This is your fault. They taught us morality. They taught us about playing fair. They taught us about friendship and honor and community and taking care of each other and being there for others and the power of teamwork and the power of
Exactly.
friendship and all that good jazz.
And,
Yes.
and to be fair, though, it actually managed to do some really, really well-made storylines later on in the series. Like, RPM was considered to be one of the darkest Power Rangers so far because it was just pure post-apocalyptic shit going down.
But-
like, they even retooled it as if to say, like, the reason why the Power Rangers look kind of goofy and the reason why the Megazords look like toys is because the scientists who designed them never mentally matured from being a child. She's literally trying to bring back her childhood to fight against the evils of the world.
Okay,
God,
that,
you're right.
okay, yeah, I was gonna say
That
that
was
if it
deep
weren't
as
if it
fuck.
weren't for that explanation, you could make the argument that there was a huge disconnect in the storyline
it
of
was
RPM.
it was genuinely intentional. It looked like a toy because this is basically a kid closing its eyes and hoping somebody will save her. It's very important. Also,
She need a hero.
more importantly,
now for
in
a hero.
SPD got one of the best like succession stories with the Blue Ranger and the Rain Ranger because the blue one, Sky, his father was the previous Red.
The Red Time
He-
Force Ranger.
He wanted to be the Red, but he didn't get it. The other guy got it. This is also a show where the morphers were fairly interchangeable. Almost
Yeah.
anybody could use them, right? So he's basically like he's pissed off because he's supposed to be like the serious cop, you know?
Yeah.
Like stick to the rules, do things by the book. And the Red Ranger turns into this wild dude who was basically a punk in the street a while ago, and he shaves under the authority.
Yeah, between
That
him
seems-
and the Yellow Ranger, they were both punks. Yeah.
Yeah, and then comes to that really important episode where we find the guy who killed Sky's father. The criminal that he's trapped in a room that is isolated because he has the power to move between reflections. And when Sky goes to, interrogate him, he wears glasses. Opaque glasses, so he doesn't reflect.
Yeah, I remember
The
that.
bad guy gets the best of him by basically telling him exactly how his father died, causing him to cry a single tear, and he uses the reflection to escape.
of the tear.
And it gets to the second episode where Sky goes through his character development and he gets to use the Red Morpher to beat the living hell out of that guy and put his ass in jail in the ground forever. It was so good!
Yes,
That
I
show
love
was so
it.
freaking good!
Drama.
From a children's TV show.
Also, there was that episode where the Green Ranger did detective work that nobody else figured out and he saved the day.
It was pretty awesome.
Also, they had to do some shit to get around the censorship with him. You notice that he's always wearing gloves, bridge.
Yeah.
In canon, is because he has like what is it that thing that you call and you touch something and you can see members of it?
Tactokinesis.
Right, he has that, and apparently he's very sensitive, so he needs the gloves. In reality, it's because the actor has tattoos in his hands.
Hey, Angel, you bring up a lot of cool things, but if you mention SPD to any of the nerds who are fans of Power
Oh,
Rangers,
yeah.
you know what they're going to talk about the first thing?
The big, the bad,
The
baddest
Cat
wolf.
Ranger.
Oh well, Yeah, fair enough. She was hot. But no, we're talking about the different side of the furry fandom. We're talking about Commander Doggy Kruger.
Doggy Kruger.
Oh, by the way,
He's a dog. It's
haven't-
a giant dog. You take orders from a police dog.
I haven't forgotten.
Take that, Paw Patrol. Power Rangers did it first, and they did it better.
Okay.
I have not forgotten that game is available and he's playable. I will get that game.
Oh,
and
Battle
we will,
for the Grid?
Yeah, the like championship edition or whatever. I will get that game. And yes, my man gets some Virgil stuff with his Dark Star Saber until we got the actual Virgil Ranger in it.
I know, right?
Now,
I like the Time Force Ranger, especially like the first episode. Like really gets me because the first episode, spoiler, they killed the first Time Force Ranger.
Dude,
Like,
they
holy
started
crap,
hard.
They started really hard. There were a couple episodes in the series that did fumble a little bit, but for the most part, it was so awesome. Like it was following the story of this kid Wes, who basically I want to say lived a privileged lifestyle. Like his dad was
he was in comfort. He was comfortable.
He was in comfort, but he wanted more in life, and he
wants more.
and since the Power Rangers didn't have a Red Ranger to command them, they travel back in time to catch
There you
an
go,
evil
kid.
bastard.
So it's basically he gets a power fantasy, a Power Ranger fantasy. That is.
Yeah, no. And the more he embraces being a Power Ranger, the more he rejects, his father and his father's expectations of what he wants out of him.
Yeah, it was actually a very like in between all the goofy fighting and all the Johnny Bravo sound effects. There's actually some very good storylines included there. Like, and of course, they couldn't resist the fact that they got all these voice actors, and we can bring them back because they're beloved. So we got stuff like my second favorite series, Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder was
nice.
pretty
I
good.
loved Dino Thunder so. Like the fact that the bad guy was literally the father of the White Ranger. God damn it, he was so good.
So good.
God.
The Dino Thunder is proof that at the time there is still mileage left for Jason David Frank to kick ass as a Power Ranger.
He was like the most
Aren't you a
popular-
little old for this, Tommy? I may be old, but I still know how to rock it.
Yeah! It
That's when
was
he
so
became the Black
dope.
Dino Ranger.
And also, I like
No,
how
the
well
Vision Quest thingy that he had while he was comatose thing.
the fact that they brought that back for the last comic book they made for him, Soul of the Dragon. Basically, Old Man Tommy, but
Old
like
Man Tommy.
better. By the way, I finally got the book. It's like the physical copies in my house. By the way,
I hurt myself
today
today.
to see if I can morph. By the way, for those of you out there that had the time and the effort, please take the time to check out the book Soul of the Dragon, or was it Dragon Soul? I forgot the name. It's a comic book based on the adventures of Tommy after he retires and he's in his twilight years, but he finds himself in basically one more quest to save the day while being able to use his morpher only for a limited time because he's being damaged. So he keeps regressing backwards through all his forms while trying to save the strongest ones for later. So it's like a race against time with limited resources while trying to remind yourself why it's a good idea to fight for truth and justice and pizza. It's great.
Yeah, Saban's
And, of
Power
course,
Ranger.
Let's not all forget the Megazord battles.
The Megazord battle.
Come on, if you're not gonna watch Power Rangers for the story, for the character development, at least watch it for the amazing fights.
Oh yeah,
amazing
no.
kaiju fights.
They make some good job of pulling out the stock footage and blending it properly. And the pyrotechnics team went insane in this series. Everything explodes. Everything. Let me put it this way: there are so many explosions that there is a point in SPD where two bad guys dramatically swing and point their guns at each other, and the explosions go off. Nobody fired. They just pointed dramatically, and the background went off like a fucking fireworks.
yeah.
Good lord.
Everything in the world of Power Rangers is made of either Teflon, C4, or asbestos.
Wait, what do you mean Teflon? Teflon is non-stick.
I was thinking of something else, and the word Teflon was the thing that came out of it.
What were you thinking of?
I forgot.
Semtex?
Also, you know why I love Dino Force though?
Why do you like Dino Force?
Because
Dino
the-
Thunder, you mean?
Dino Thunder, because in the higher tier evolutions of their suits, because of course we get those.
Of course.
The good guys basically get rib rockets. Like the scales are not for decoration. They open up and become jet thrusters. And I'm like, that is the fucking coolest thing I've ever seen. And then they do it on their hands and feet for more power. And I'm like, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Get more
Yeah.
power.
I'm getting overexcited here, but
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
rocket power fists and legs are the coolest thing ever.
They are very cool. It's okay for you to get excited. And yes, because of the success of the franchise and the fan base, we also got a freaking I want to say, well, can we there's 3 movies total if you want to get technical. There's
Yeah,
the first
there's the-
Power Rangers movie that came out in 1994.
With Ivan Ooze.
There's the Turbo Power Rangers movie that came out in the
With
late
the
90s.
Queen bitch.
And there's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie that came out in 2017.
With the overly designed suits and Krispy Kreme.
Dragons.
I really want them to do something else with that movie, but
It's
I'm
never
not
going to
gonna
happen
lie.
because people.
Of all my
shat on it.
complaints, I felt like the suits were too over designed.
See,
That's just me.
that's the double-edged sword of all fandoms. For every awesome, passionate fans that we have, we also have
J-holes.
J-holes who
Inevitable.
are not open to new
it's
ideas.
gonna happen. It's gonna happen forever.
All right, now, like the really awesome thing about all this, with this being a 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers franchise, we're getting 2 big, brand new Power Rangers things going on this year. On April 19th, save the date, Angel. April 19th, 2023, exclusively on the flicks that are netted. Not that flick, the other flick. We're getting a very special presentation, a standalone story called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Once and Always. Basically, almost every one of the original Mighty Morphin cast and a couple of the second team came back for this one shot.
That is so cool.
David Yost, Billy, the original Blue Ranger.
Yeah, our
Walter
boy.
Jones, Zach,
Zach.
the original Black Ranger. Catherine Sutherland, who played Kat, the second Pink Ranger.
My favorite.
Steve Cardenas, Rocky, the second Red Ranger. We also have Karen Ashley, the second Yellow Ranger, and we have Johnny Young Bosch, the second Black
In
Ranger.
spirit, he's there. Damn it.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh no,
Croc-
it's not just in spirit. I'll get to that in a second.
I want to say something. Like Steve Cardenas, I feel like he's very criminally underrated.
He was criminally underrated, and I
Some
hate-
Rangers are more popular than others, but they all pull their weight. That
Okay,
cannot
look,
be denied.
he went into the rubber suit in the 95 Mighty Morphin movie. He's got my respect.
Yeah.
I
Same.
never got to ask him whether or not the rumor was true. In the making of the Mighty Morphin movie, when they were wearing the awesome rubber suits that looked like the Batman and Robin fucking rubber suits.
Yeah.
There was supposedly this story that Karen Ashley, the Yellow Ranger, that they actually had her up on wires for a part of the stunt, and when they yelled cut, she immediately tore her helmet off and puked while suspended in midair.
Jesus.
I need to know if that is true.
They were
I need answers.
You know, I gotta
Now,
give
you
credit.
need to be careful. That question may be taken as inappropriate.
How is that? I said puked.
I-
Threw up. How's that?
I know. I'm just
You.
like, what if they don't want to answer that? You know?
I mean,
No, it's
to be
like
fair,
it's
though,
funny. It's like, okay, this is a rumor that's been going for years. I need
Did
to
you
know
really
if
throw up after that stunt?
after a stunt. So like,
That being said, you know, I gotta give that movie credit for something. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish your part. Finish your part.
Okay, no, you first.
yeah,
you first.
yeah. Let one talk.
No, you were
Angel-
waving your hand, so you're holding the idea. Say it, say
Okay,
it.
now this story is basically a gigantic love letter to everyone who loved the Power Rangers franchise. Now, the issue is obviously we don't have Austin St. John, who was
Alas.
Jason, and we don't have Amy Jo Johnson, who's Kimberly. We don't have them on this episode, on this special, and for obvious reasons, we don't have Twee Trang, who was Trini, or Jason David Frank, who was Tommy, because those two have sadly passed on. But basically,
Where's
something's-
Falcon's Skull?
But basically, what's happening is that we're getting the band back together. We're getting one more time. These retired Power Rangers are coming in for one last shot to help save the world. Alpha 5, the little robot.
Yeah.
What's his name? The voice actor of Zim.
I forgot.
Something Horvitz.
Oh, Richard Horowitz.
Rich Horvitz. I think he's back too because he was the
Yes.
voice of Alpha.
Yes.
I genuinely forgot.
Vixen, hi there, Vixen.
Hello.
Welcome.
One of the funniest parts about Richard Howitz is the fact that he doesn't really voice act that much. That's just how he sounds. This man was born to play creatures like Zim.
Yeah, kind of
Or
like
Raz.
how the voice actor of Shinji from Evangelion. He was
Spike Spencer.
Spike Spencer. He was born to voice those.
To his credit, though, he actually can do some good stuff. Like, he played this abomination against all mankind and God in the fighting game Blaze Blue called Arakune. And my man sounds deranged because since his entire body is just a blob of liquid, he has to reform his throat and mouth as he speaks, so his sentences keep getting cut off. He also has developed a ravenous hunger for human flesh.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that's a lot
he
to
shoots
unpack.
bugs.
That's a lot to unpack there for another time.
Now-
but yes, folks. Again, save the date. When is it again? It was set to.
I'm not finished. It's April 19th. We are getting a couple of people coming in. Barbara Goodson is
Hello,
going to
hello.
be playing Rita Repulsa.
She's back.
So Rita's back.
I
and
love her.
also yes, it is Richard Horvitz who is Alpha. And we have another actress by the name of Charlie Kirsch. She plays a character named Min Kwan,
I guess you must
Trini's daughter.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
It's
oh
happening.
yes!
Man,
I mean,
that's what's up,
awesome.
man.
You gotta carry that legacy, man. It's like Devil May Cry 5, but with like more explosions.
Exactly.
By the way, yes, somebody already made the mod that they replace every single character in DMC with a Power Ranger suit.
Of course they did. I bet you they replaced Neo with a Black Ranger suit.
Yes.
Now, we don't know what the story
I'm not
itself
kidding.
is going to
That's the
entail.
thing.
Yeah.
Plot to be added. This is on the official
Here's the plot.
Rangerpedia.
The plot is evil bad guys there, kick their ass, explosions.
And
Yeah.
and there is one scene of someone in the Green Ranger suit.
Ooh. Hey, maybe we
Really?
can have that whole Lord Draken thing back again.
No. As in
Like the
proper Green Ranger
proper Green
is
Ranger.
with
Hey,
the team.
Yeah.
maybe it will be his son, as he was canonically
knows?
made in the
Who
comics.
knows?
We
We'll
don't
just
know
have
yet.
to wait and find
God
out.
damn it.
And well, the funny thing is that Aisha, who's the Karen Ashley, and Adam, they aren't in Power Ranger suits. They're wearing uniforms for Space Patrol Alpha.
Well, now.
SPA.
As opposed to Space Patrol Delta.
SPD,
But,
exactly.
I mean,
So,
canonically,
is it that
this is
they-
how it's supposed to be.
Is it
Yeah.
that they're the progenitors of how SPD came
That's
up?
exactly how it happened before.
See,
By the
there we
way,
go.
brief reminder. One other thing that SPD did really good, not only, obviously, Rangers fighting the evil Rangers is a trope as old as time. It's happened
Exactly.
all the way from
Yeah.
the beginning series. In the SPD one, it managed to do two interesting things that nobody expected.
Eh.
The first one is that the SPD team that went bad did so of their own volition, out of greed.
It wasn't that they
No mind control, no morphine, no
They
genetic
just
clones.
said, "Hey, we got this gigantic superpower. Let's
Let's use
use
it."
what we want." Let's
The other
wreck
one
shit."
was a hilarious part is that and Anon predicted this. Everybody made fun of him, but he was right. He even got a shirt sign on it. He predicted that it was going to be an evil Ranger woman. And not only was it right, she was the Red Ranger.
Oh, that actually reminds me.
It was pretty cool.
I did say that there were two brand new announcements for the 30th anniversary.
What was the second announcement?
Is actually the the next generation of Power Rangers.
Oh, boy.
Like early last year, we had the end of Power Rangers Dino Fury,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Now they're
Which
they're
was based on
evolving-
Zioruger with the guns. By the way, in the Japanese dub,
Actually,
the
no,
guns
Angel.
sing salsa music to you when you dance it.
Actually, Angel, it's better. No, I'm not talking about the Rangers. No, the Dino Fury, the one that's been out over here.
Yeah, Power Rangers Dino Fury.
I know.
The
The
one
most
that had
recent
the girl
one, right?
who was the Green Ranger.
Do they have guns to morph?
No.
Oh, there must have been a different one. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I haven't caught up with the series in a while in
Now-
both sides, so I need some time.
Now we're evolving, and now they're becoming Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. Dig this.
shit.
Oh,
They've
snap.
got some sweet ass stuff. But you mentioned that
I like
for
the
the
suits.
first time officially, we've got a lady as
That's right.
the
She's
Red
the main
Ranger.
character.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, no, hang on a minute.
This should be
Wait,
fun.
that is incorrect.
Officially.
Okay, I was gonna say we did have a lady who's a Red Ranger before.
Whomst.
Power Ranger Samurai.
Yeah. Thank
There
you
were
for
two
reminding
Red
me.
Rangers.
That's right. But this was going to be like the main
So we got
character.
we've got Cosmic Fury Zenith, red, blue, green, black, and gold coming up. So
I know. I'm just like I had to correct you there on the continuity because technically we did have a red
Funny,
Power Ranger in the past.
funny that you're mentioning the increase of inclusivity now, because Kamen Rider got into that too. One of the recent series a couple of years ago, Kamen Rider 01, which is supposed to be like the third generation. One of the main characters is straight up a female Kamen Rider. Like she's like an actual important character.
Hey.
Also, the main character is basically. Oh, get this though. The main character, he got forced into the position of a tech guru.
Of course.
He's like, what do you mean my grandpa passed away? I didn't even knew I had a grandpa. Wait, why am I doing this? Yeah, you're in
Why am I
charge now.
morphing? What's happening?
Yeah, you're in charge
Henshin.
now.
Crap.
Here's an entire building. You are now in charge of the biggest conglomerate of AI robots in the entire country. Figure it out.
Crap.
Well, now, Juancho,
But I want to be a comedian. You suck at it.
You're gonna love this. The villain for Cosmic Fury. Guess who it is?
Who?
Guess. Guess.
Lord Zed?
Yes.
Cosmic Zed?
Cosmic Zed.
Rangers! Oh! Sinister, master of all evil. Lord Zed has returned.
Juan, question.
Yes.
Do we have a release date?
No, we don't.
You know what the best part about this is? When Lord Zed came out at first, it was meant to be the scarier alternative to Rita Repulsa. He got a little too scary to the point that they had to tone him down and add a little comedy. But now, the writers can get away with more stuff.
Oh,
So
it was
which
Q
mean-
Ranger.
which means that yes, we might in fact see a genuinely more badass version of Lord Zed than we saw before. Honestly, Lord Zed was one of the most badass
I thought
designs.
that Lord
in
Zed
TV.
was really good, especially when he was dominating, like in the first couple of episodes of his reign, when they're trying to focus on the weakened Green Ranger.
Yeah. Also, let's be honest, his design is just fucking dope.
It is.
Angel, you were
Stop
right.
swearing the F word.
It's already late.
And you were right.
Yeah.
It was,
Do you want to drive it? Do you want to drive that horse to the ground?
Yes.
Angel, for
Die.
real. Angel, I'm not kidding. It's really painful trying to get us monetized again.
Right, my bad.
Please. And you were right. It is real soldier, not Ranger.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Zed in general was so cool that, by the way, when they brought him back as an actual player character in the game, it was even better because of it. Yes, he's playable in the game. And lo and behold, a couple of seasons later, Rita becomes playable in the game.
Nice.
Incredible.
Very good.
She fights like Dormammu.
She fights.
Oh
like
my goodness! I know that.
You mean
sorcery.
like
Marvel vs. Capcom Dormammu.
Yes, I know the mechanics. Oh my goodness, that's horrible.
My personal favorite is the fact that one of her moves is called, what was it called?
You're giving me a headache.
No, it's called Potty Surprise.
Please attack.
She literally launches a spinning potty at you.
That's
Wait,
awesome.
she does a fastball special using a putty?
No, it's a shout out to Street Fighter. The potty comes launched at you spinning. It's supposed to be a shout out to the Psycho Crusher. Potty Surprise. PS.
That's awesome.
Ah.
All right, folks. So yes, April 19th. The Power Rangers movie, the next Power Rangers movie. That's when it's supposed to be coming out, where the gang is coming back together for one more time, donning the suits, one more time to save the world from evil. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great.
If Skull and Bulk are not there, I'm not going.
Bulk and Skull?
They better.
Oh, will you stop it?
No!
Angel.
Listen, long before Team Rocket, those two were there. Okay? They were the outlier, the originals. You can't take them away.
The
They are
original
important.
Goldfish Poop Gang.
They were dumbasses, but I love their dumbasses because they were our dumbasses. And they saved the day that one time where they horribly mistreated a crowd with a fire hose.
Yeah, you know
Ow.
what? He's got a point there.
Also, you know what? I gotta give that movie credit with Ivan Ooze. Okay, fine.
Isn't she deceased in real life? Who? Tweet Trang?
don't
Tweet,
think so.
she
No,
passed
I
away.
think she's asking about the actress of Rita Repulsa.
No,
the original-
Barbara is around.
Yeah, Barbara's
no,
around.
no, I'm talking. No, they mean like the original.
Yeah, could you
original,
please
like, the
specify who
old-
you're
do you mean
talking about?
Is deceased in real life?
Yes.
Yeah, because I know she's around. She does voice acting. She voices Laharl from the Disgaea series.
Also, yours truly, Billy's in
Hello,
the chat.
Billy.
Hello,
Thank you very much for joining
It's
us.
our boy.
So yes, folks, if you are a Power Rangers fan, if you are faithful to the franchise,
Or
then-
if you're just interested, just based on our hype.
Yes.
Over
then
this.
go ahead and check it out once it comes out on April 19th. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And I'm looking forward to Cosmic Fury whenever they decide to release it. I'm going to speculate that it's going to be later in 2023, around maybe August or September.
Or yeah, like a fall. Hey kids, you're
coming this fall.
Coming this fall.
on
coming
Netflix.
this fall.
Actually, yes.
Oh, God, no.
World,
not on Netflix. No.
world
It's on
exclusive.
Oh, no.
No, Zay, Netflix is who's got the rights to air. What do you call it? The Power Rangers.
But the
franchise.
problem is that Netflix has been canceling shows back and
Here's
forth.
the thing: they can't control whether or not the Power
can
Rangers is
cancel
going to be
it,
in.
though. Yeah, they
There's
can't
too
stop
much demand
Saban.
for the Rangers. The female villain is from '90s.
So
oh,
Rita.
You mean the original actress of Rita? She'd been old.
Yeah, no,
she
she
was
passed away a
old
lot.
when Power Rangers first
No,
came
no, I mean
out.
her voice actress.
Talk about the voice actress is still alive.
Yeah, no, she's perfectly fine and dandy. In fact, I believe that she may have done some work in Yu-Gi-Oh, but I forgot what she did.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on because there's other shows that's going to be making its return. This one, most notably, will be its final season.
That's right.
Yes, folks. The season 6 of Cobra Kai.
Now,
See, Jose, you were on a Hulu kick over here, but now we're talking about Netflix stuff.
of all
More
the
streaming.
things that I never thought would catch on, like, I won't lie to you. The first time you told me about the show, I'm like, this concept seems doomed to fail. Like, you're telling me you want to make a series about the bully from the first Kung Fu Kid movie, who is now a
Karate Kid movie.
Karate Kid movie.
What the hell,
Kid.
Angel?
Listen, words are hard. Who is now burnt out and mired in personal issues, while the main character of the Karate Kid is also not quite burnt out, but still mired in personal issues. And this is going to be a story about growth and character development and comfort. This sounds insane. This cannot possibly succeed. And you know what? I am happy to be proven wrong, because it did succeed. It succeeded beyond anyone's wildest expectations by turning it into what everybody expected it to be, a Kung Fu soap opera.
Karate soap opera.
Karate soap opera.
Get it right!
But it's cool, though.
It is still cool. It is awesome, and all of the actors, including the ones that have returned from the original Karate Kid movies, did excellent. Season 5 basically fired on all cylinders. To give any I mean, it's available on Netflix.
Yeah,
so
by the
I
way,
don't mind discussing
spoilers for Karate Kid Deox Redux.
So yeah, at the end of season 5, Danny LaRusso confronted his inner demons against Terry Silver, the bad guy from the Karate Kid 3.
I can't believe they brought that guy back from Karate
I
Kid 3.
know!
He was such a ham.
He
I
was
know.
such a ham, but in the season 5, he was more of a calm, collective.
He was a
man.
cold ham.
Okay,
know.
so yeah, Daniel Russo, Ralph Macchio, he's back and he's got his groove back.
Yeah, he
and
got
he's
his
getting
groove back.
stuff
Yeah,
straight.
at the end of season 5, he confronted his demons. He beat the crap out of Terry Silver, who
By
at the
unlocking
time
his Sing Karate trigger.
who at the time had a chokehold on Cobra Kai and was trying to rule all of the All Valley.
Rule. We're talking about kids learning karate and they're ruling
Yeah.
All Valley.
Bro,
Oh my God!
Bro, have you seen anime?
You have seen
Like,
anime.
that's how the show
You're not
succeeded.
wrong.
They literally took a relatively mundane occupation and made it a high stakes, the most serious gosh
Oh
darn
my
thing.
God.
You listen, you don't understand. He who controls karate
Oh my
controls
God.
the future. And when you have the power of karate in your hands and you rule over the tri-state area with your iron fist, no one may stand to you. Listen to me very carefully. There are only two
guy
things in
doesn't
this
stop.
world more powerful than world governments. The first one is your high school council. The second is your school teachers. And the third one is card games.
It's also important to note that at that,
Angel,
that
you're
near
forgetting-
guys.
You're
yeah, go
forgetting
on.
the one body of government that rules above all of them.
What's that?
The student council.
I mentioned
Yeah.
that like a while ago. That was the third option.
no, this third option was card games.
Oh, yeah, good point. The student council.
Oh my
You don't
God.
believe us? Ask Code
Anyways.
Geass.
So, anyways, it's also important to note that at season 5,
No.
both Cobra Kai and Danny LaRusso's and Johnny Lawrence's dojos have entered into another World Karate Tournament.
But this time they're joined forces
This time they're joined forces.
to
And-
take Cobra Kai down and take it back and restore its
Exactly,
honor.
because Terry Silver had a much bigger game in mind, because this giant world tournament, apparently, like, I'm trying to remember the plot. It's been a long time since I've seen the
He's
show.
going to start taking over Japanese dojos, too.
Actually, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Wasn't he bringing in like world-class
Yeah.
killing martial artists?
Yes, he
to
did.
teach people.
I am
Yes.
literally
Teach
going to
children
train
how to
these
kill?
children to become murderers.
Yes.
Wait a second. You're wait,
Chill-
no,
Nora's
stop.
asking you to chill, Angel.
I just realized something.
Nora's
Yes.
asking you
Angel's
to chill.
asking you to chill.
Danny.
I mean, Nora's asking you to chill.
Dresses mostly in white. He has black hair.
Yes.
He was the main character in the previous movies.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Johnny.
main character
Johnny.
has blonde hair, dresses
Yes.
in darker colors, and
Yes.
has more explosive temper.
Yes.
Yes.
However,
Yes.
neither of them fight to kill.
Right.
Right.
Meanwhile, the bad guy is an older man who used to be
Yeah.
on the third series where he became really well known.
Third movie.
And is perfectly fine with kill. Ryu and Ken are fighting Akuma to save the school.
I knew it. I knew you were going there.
The Shungokusatsu of karate.
Sit your ass down.
Actually, Angel, I have to minor correction.
Shelly is
If-
over here. She's all caught up with Cobra Kai. She's waiting for the new season.
All
The
right.
final season.
Guys, I have to make a correction.
What up?
Because Terry Silver is not Akuma. You know who Akuma really
Who is Akuma?
John Kreese, who at the end of season 5
Yeah,
broke
yeah.
out of prison and
Yeah.
he's back for revenge.
Yeah, you
He's
know
going
what?
to kill
Yes,
everyone
yes.
in the schools.
Oh god, they even have an actual dead master. Wow.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi was the.
Yeah.
God
and
almighty.
Shenlong was Ryu's master, who also passed away.
Season 5 was a lot of fun. There is no release date yet for season 6 of Cobra Kai, but it will be the final season. The story
The final
is coming
season.
to a close.
It would have been hysterical if they got Hilary Swank to show up for this, if only so I can poke and point and laugh at everybody who likes to turn their nose up at her movie when she tried her best in there, and everyone knows that Hilary Swank is a goddamn excellent actress, and I'll be damned if she's going to be left out of this.
I don't think it was her fault, though. It's not
No,
her
really.
fault.
I mean, she's just an actress given a script. You can only blame the writers for doing
Yeah,
so
blame
much
the writers
of
and
the
blame
work.
the director.
However,
point.
hey, if they bring her back, and if we manage to bring back the antagonist from like movie number 3, we can bring back the main character from movie number, what was
No,
she,
no.
4 or 5?
Oh my
No,
God.
she's the next Karate Kid, so 4,
They-
but
Dude, screw it. We had a
screw it, why not?
Karate Kid with Jackie Chan in it.
Yeah, with
They didn't even focus on karate.
It wasn't karate. It was
That
kung
wasn't
fu.
even karate,
It was
that was kung
Jade-
fu. That was
it was
so
Will Smith's
misleading.
kid learning from Jackie Chan, the movie.
Screw it. Bring back Will Smith's kid.
No.
And then he turns into Miles Morales.
No, don't.
Hell no.
Wow,
Don't
Angel.
curse Mark
No,
Morales
I'm
like that.
insulted by you.
silly
Insulted Spider-Man.
No. We're going to have a live action Miles Morales claiming that it's him. Then the mask is going to come off and it's just Will Smith.
Oh my
In the
god.
body.
Now sit down.
That was so dumb. That is the dumbest thing to come out of your mouth.
Too bad it's happening now because I said it.
No, it isn't. It better not.
Watch
I
me.
will it not to happen.
But folks, yeah, no. Well, and
Obviously-
while the final season will wrap up the story of Cobra Kai, there is another season that's going to be coming out later in 2023 that'll be continuing a certain superhero story that airs at Prime Video. That is
right.
not The Boys.
That's right. After so many years, the Viltrumite invasion is coming to Earth. Their once mighty conqueror, known by all always as Omni-Man, has left his post, and the only one left to save him is a young man by the name of Mark, but many of you may call him Invincible. That's right, baby. We're getting a second season. It's so cool.
Did you see the clip to the
I,
teaser?
I saw, and did you notice? There's a very important character sitting behind Mark.
Pray tell. Who
That girl with the red hair.
Yes.
Pay close attention to her.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Shh. Tell them
I'm
nothing.
not going to say anything.
Oh, Billy's just lurking. That's cool. You
No,
can
you're
lurk.
fine.
in peace.
But yeah, no. Season 2 of Invincible, the release date has not been mentioned, but they did say it will come out later in 2023. Because at the end of the first season was amazing. At the end, season 1 ended with Omni-Man pummeling the absolute bejesus out of Invincible, who's trying to stop him from his grand plan of the Viltrum Empire conquering Earth.
Oh, no. Let's call it what it is. We're going to get colonized. That's what they're doing. They're literally going, we're better than you, we're stronger than you, just submit and we'll make this nice and quickly. We'll give you all the technology you want. We'll improve your lives 1,000-fold.
All
But
you
it will,
have to do-
it will be under the banner of the Viltrumite Empire and nothing else.
But the major sticking point throughout this whole feud between father and son was how Viltrumites age.
did you make me do this?
Basically.
No, not
No,
that.
J.K. Simmons, you made you do this.
Yeah, and he's
you
trying
go,
to convince his
take your
son.
mustache off and think about what you've done.
Oh, no.
And he's trying to convince his son that no, like, dude, you'll be aging years and years, centuries ahead, and you're still not gonna look old. Like everything in front of you will die.
Why are you fighting for this?
Think, Mark! Think! What will you have 500, 700 years from now?
And to which he says, "You, Dad, I'll still have you."
And that is the crux of the conflict. Ultimately, Omni-Man really did grow to love his time on Earth, to the point that that entire fight and the massacres that follow was him basically trying to convince himself more than his son. And so the once unstoppable conqueror of planets flew away with tears in his eyes. Unfortunately, and take it from the guy who read the book, the Viltrumite Empire does not accept resignation.
But let's not spoil it for our viewers here. But yes,
It's about to get real, people.
Yeah, the season finale was so amazing because, like you said, Angel, like you've just explained, it was not just an external conflict between father and son, but for Omni-Man, it was an internal conflict.
The feels, bruh. Also, once again, props to Mr. J.K. Simmons to showing his acting chops. The man was amazing throughout the whole series, and we look forward to seeing what happens with him again.
This is what happens when you don't give the man pictures of Spider-Man. He goes on an omnicidal rampage.
That being said, I've seen fan videos on YouTube, and I got to ask you, Angel, Omni-Man versus Homelander.
Oh, no, Omni-Man
Oh, you want to know
clears.
who wins?
No one.
You want to know who wins? No one. We all just freaking die
Now,
there. The
to
end.
its credit, The Boys has genuinely nerfed the crap out of Homelander, especially in Season 3. Like, let's just say, if it was comics-accurate Homelander or Season 1 Homelander, he would actually be able to fight Omni-Man at like an even tone, but eventually Omni-Man would win by a simple reason. Well, two of them. One, he's playing stronger, and two, he actually knows how to fight.
Well, I think
That's
also
a defining feat right
I think
there.
also part of the nerfing for Homelander in Season 3 is because they're trying to focus more on Soldier Boy and how big of a POS he was.
Yeah, but they really, bro. I read the comic. Don't read the comics. Not that good. It's genuine. But they did Homelander's power set very dirty. He was actually closer to like old school animated Superman in strength and power.
As in unbeatable.
Close to. However, he was beholden to laws of physics, which is where some of the nastiest comedy of the show comes from. Like the fact that Well,
A-Train speeding past some
yeah,
chick.
the fact that physics work. Yeah,
physics
that
work.
applied to him as well.
There's no speed force to save them.
There is no Speed Force to save anyone.
Oh my God! Yes. Also, man, the character arc of A-Train. Man, that guy is on a
Screw
downward.
him.
Screw that
Screw
guy.
him and
that-
screw the Deep. They're both assholes.
It's a great character arc.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
screw them
because-
both. They're both assholes.
Especially A-Train, because A-Train like doesn't care about any of the collateral, any of the
No.
damage he leaves
He
behind.
will have his fame, and he will keep his fame, and damn anyone else that tries to take it
Which
from
is
him.
why he was trying to go all Ningwagwe. I'm totally African American,
Yeah.
total African heritage stuff
For
like
fame.
Bro,
that.
what-
Was so disgusting.
And it's perfect because the show is meant to be a parody of celebrity culture. And in today's culture, what brings you more attention than the race card?
God,
Except, well, you know, the sexuality card does that too. But Train is too proud of his own heterosexuality to actually try to swing the other way. But let me put it this way. If that man has any less scruples, you know he would do it.
I mean, like we know the Deep definitely did.
Aw,
become a-
thanks.
Thank
We
you for
appreciate it,
Oh my
Shelley.
goodness.
Thank you for that, Shelly. Thanks for helping us out with that.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Every ounce of everything that you give us allows us to go a little further, get slightly better equipment, and steal Juan's nerves after I accidentally demonetized the video again.
Kind of, yeah. Well,
Or when I ever bring up anything related to Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
Oh, hey, a tumbleweed. Wonder where that came from.
Oh, come on.
Hey, remember that time where Keanu Reeves played a literal sage?
yes, I remember. It was wonderful.
It was the best part of the movie.
All right. Anyway, so folks, yes, Invincible Season 2 will be coming out later in 2023, available on Prime Video.
By the way, folks, for if any of you happen to know or be any marketing execs or representatives of either Netflix or Amazon Prime or Hulu or Peacock or Disney Plus,
Don't ask Disney.
no, I'll ask them. Joseph, listen carefully.
Listen, we could use
Listen,
Disney money.
folks, we plug y'all's for free, and we enjoy the stuff. That doesn't mean we wouldn't say no to a paycheck.
Come on, man. Throw a few fahoozles our way, and we'll do so like pro.
In
Tell
fact,
you
the
what.
folks watching,
We'll make
can-
proper ads for you.
Yeah.
With like a script and stuff.
Oh,
with
hey,
blackjack
folks,
and
oh, hey,
hookers.
folks watching, how about you send them the link to this episode and
For real.
yeah.
For real, for real.
Hey, Disney, you want 3 foul-mouthed nerds that rant with absolutely no direction or cohesiveness to promote
who
your
is this?
product?
Who is this?
Who the hell is the Raven's Flock?
Who's the Spanish Cuban guy? Do I own him?
No, sir.
No,
he-
but you own the. No,
Do I own his plantation?
as a matter of fact, you do, sir. That's where. Unfortunately, we leased that land out to the Americans over in Cuba. I think they're using it as like a jail or
Ah,
something.
damn it! I want that land back right this instant. Give me back that sugar. If I see another drop of corn oil in my Coke, I'm going to lose my mind.
Oh my goodness.
Buffy!
Juan, Goku can beat the Power Rangers. Changed my mind.
No, that is impossible.
Whoa.
because you know why? No, that is stupid. Goku, the Power Rangers can defeat Goku. You know why?
Why?
Because they're the Power Rangers.
Yes, true.
Listen. Shut up. I don't care about what your argument is. There are things in this world that can defeat Goku. And one of those things is the Power Rangers.
Oh, guys, you know what's out right now?
What?
The second episode of season 3 of The Owl House.
Speaking of, go watch
How
The
about
Owl
that?
House. It's
Isn't
a
that on
fantastic
Disney
show.
Plus?
It's on. It's also airing on the Disney. It's on the Disney
No,
Channel.
I don't care about Ultra Instinct.
And it's going to be airing
It's
tonight.
He's still not
now.
beating the Power Rangers.
Oh, as in it's premiering now.
It's
is it?
premiering tonight
Okay.
at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Two things.
Something to look into.
Two things. Number one, if we were to look at it objectively, Goku would not fight the Power Rangers because he knows the Power Rangers are warriors for good, and neither would the Power Rangers fight Goku because they also know
That he's
what
a
is
warrior for good.
And number two, in the immortal words of the man himself, Mr. Stan the Man Lee, do you want to know who would actually win in the fight? Whoever the writer wants to win.
Well, I call myself writer, and guess what? If Goku fights all the Power Rangers, he's going to lose. And if he fights a single Power Ranger, he's going to lose too. Because Goku doesn't have a cool helmet.
Oh!
I don't want to hear your arguments. Shove them into like a pocket into your pants.
And if you don't have pockets, then get yourself some pockets.
And yeah.
Pockets are good for you.
Pockets are very
Everybody getting folded when the Power Rangers roll into town. This is not a question of a matter of. This is not a matter for
of
questioning.
opinion. This isn't a matter of opinion. This is a matter of fact.
Will the sun rise tomorrow?
Yes.
Do the Power Rangers kick ass?
Yes.
They're beating Goku. The end.
Yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I thought we were agreeing that pockets are helpful because I was going to say I know a certain lady from the Marvel Cinematic Universe who agrees that pockets are helpful.
Jose has a crush on Yelena Belova.
She all right?
That's okay. Florence
are
Pugh is
cool.
very crush-onable. So yeah, Nora's over here. Angel, you take that back.
No, I'm not taking anything back. I don't care how many fancy feats of power you throw at me because of one single reason alone.
Good grief.
Goku, in his blue state, let his guard down
Goku
and he
Blue.
got hit by a laser in the back and died. This is canon. This happened. Whis had to rewind time to fix it. Power Rangers get hit by 1 billion lasers every single episode, and they shrugged that off with a shower of sparks.
Wasn't there a freaking a meme of some kind of like, yo, what the hell are these guys doing out here in this regular paper thin spandex? So like, listen, it's not paper thin spandex. It is this like ultra dense polymer that Zordon of Eltar and the Altarans had invented.
Exactly.
And like
It's advanced alien technology.
and they gave like the acronym for this super highly indestructible, flexible armor material. You want to know what the acronym spells out?
What?
Say it with me, guys. Spandex.
Yeah. So here's the logic of this matter. Goku, in his blue state, which was up to that point the strongest he's been, can get killed by a simple single-shot laser. It wasn't even a super powerful laser. It was just a sniper shot. Anybody that can survive that can beat Goku.
Yeah, that's
Simple.
true. All right.
But he let his guard down. Shut up. That makes no damn sense. And Toriyama is a moron. Listen, I love Dragon Ball. I'm a huge fan of Dragon
Oh
Ball.
my God,
But it is
Norotaku's
the dumbest.
raging right now.
It is
Oh
the
my God!
dumbest.
There it is. Here we go. Like, okay, Dr. K. It's actually, and they mentioned it in the thing. Oh my God! I'm actually in the goddamn the Power Rangers wiki. Dr. K. I believe she's from SPD. Let me see here. Oh yeah,
SPD
no
emergency.
RPM and Beast Morphers. She's like, that's not spandex. The material is a self-assembling nanofiber formed with an intercellular shape memory alloy.
So it's spandex.
okay. So it's not just spandex.
Yeah.
That's heavy high-tech armor.
Nora,
You
do
respect the
do
culture
yourself
of
a favor,
Power
Nora. Just take the L.
Just take the L.
the L.
You
Nora,
respect the
we
Power
love
Ranger
you,
mythos.
But take the L. We love you, but take the L. All right.
The point is,
We love you.
Goku's gonna lose this
take
one.
Go-
I'm
Goku's
sorry.
gonna lose.
Listen, I like the
We're
monkey.
teasing, we love
but
you
the
guys.
monkey's
Thank
gonna
you for
lose.
coming
All right,
back,
let's
Nora.
go ahead and move on because if we continue, Angel's gonna be here all night.
I will slander Dragon Ball until my dying day. Sorry, let me take it back. I'm not saying that properly. I will slander Dragon Ball Super until my dying days.
But don't you
because it
love Dragon
deserves
Ball
it.
and Dragon Ball Super?
I like Dragon Ball and I like Z. And Super had a few cool moments, but overall, it just felt like a very massive downgrade compared to what came before. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. Super Saiyan 4 is way cooler than Ultra Instinct.
You mean with the gigantic hair of death?
That's Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, 3 was cool.
Oh, 4, you talking
4
about
is
where?
monkey.
With a monkey.
It felt like a proper natural
You
evolution.
mean GT?
Yeah.
You accept Dragon Ball GT
Oh,
over
I never-
Dragon Ball Super?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Holy crap!
Even with all the bad animation and the stupid plot,
Oh my
I
God.
feel like the Super Saiyan
Omega
4,
Shenron.
yeah, it was dumb, but it feels
Well,
more
you know what they
natural.
say, Juan. No accounting for taste.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
it's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion. It just happens to be that.
I'm just gonna say it right now. The transformation into the monkey is a natural, like, evolution point into the Super Saiyan. The whole deal is that they turn into giant monkeys, right?
Yeah, the Yozo.
Yeah, and the wrath of the Super Saiyan awakens this golden light.
Yes.
So, inevitably, the ending point of that evolution would be you become a humanoid ape. It makes perfect sense.
Monkey.
Return to monkey!
Robots.
Oh my God.
Robot hates the
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, that's right.
Please,
That's right. I
guys.
want to hear you curl in disgust because I'm right.
Monkeys.
All right.
versus-
What do you got in your corner? Jiren? Shut your mouth.
All right, let's go ahead.
ew.
Let's go
Let's
ahead and
not
move on
bring
because
Jiren.
there's other pieces of news that we do need to cover here on this program.
Angel, I know that you got stuff that you
Angel,
gotta bring up.
there's stuff that
Folks,
you've got.
if you can't tell by now, we're gigantic weebs. That is.
They already know that.
Like, if you haven't figured out by now, folks.
So,
What that
speaking
means
of
is that we
weebs,
like Japanese and Asian culture in our animes, in our video games, and our stuff over here. We love it to death.
And if
It
you
is
don't know it by
time.
now, where the hell have you been?
now,
Where
while
have
we
you
are fans of the East, we are also fans of the West. You want to go to the previous page, the one that says D&D OGL controversy.
Oh, this one. Oh,
yes. So, a few weeks ago, the company that handles the Wizards of the Coast, that handles Dungeons and Dragons, has finally been acquired by Hasbro. Now, Hasbro is a well-known company. They handle My Little Pony. They handle Transformers.
They
They're also-
handle the Power Rangers franchise.
Yeah, they're also some of the worst company to work with when it comes to advertising because they got together and decided, you know what this game is?
What?
What?
Grievously under-monetized. And the second those words came out, that person should have been fired out of a cannon into the sun. Because what followed was the decision of some of the worst rules that ever came through D&D. You see, D&D took a look at Blizzard and decided, you know what? Blizzard did that thing where they didn't monetize their crap enough, and another company got a hand on their build, and they made Defense of the Ancients, which is a very profitable game. And Blizzard has been seething over the fact that they couldn't get their hands on it since forever. We're not going to do that. We're going to monetize everything forever. And the result was a series of rules that started a massive spark of controversy that has burned for the last week or so.
Shall I go ahead and show the folks this fine article?
Show them this fine article. According
Courtesy
to
of
the boys of Games Radar, yeah.
Okay, of Games Radar here, folks.
Yep. So the new D&D OGL has the community in an uproar. But why? And why should this affect you? If you're feeling confused about the controversy that has exploded across social media, they tried to break it down for us, so thank you for your work. There's certainly enough to get our teeth into, even though D&D Wizards of the Coast has, as of 24 hours ago, walked back many of those rules because of the outlash. The revision, however, will still screw with the players, because here's how it works. There's this thing called the Open Game License.
Yeah.
It means that as a third party, you can create written products like rulebooks using the D&C system that Wizards of the Coast owns. There are some restrictions, of course. You know, you can't use some trademark stuff like Baldur's Gate, for example. You know, they gotta stick with it. It has remained fairly unchanged since 2000. It basically says, it's your imagination. Here's a basic set of rules. You can do whatever the hell you want with it. This has allowed things to the creation of the very well-known and very successful game Pathfinder, which has even resulted in video game adaptations completely separate from the D&D brand. However, that's going to change, because since December, they want to renew the license and revise it because it needs an update to let it function as originally intended, but without allowing things like third parties to mint D&D NFTs and large businesses to exploit our intellectual property. Now, that seems like it makes sense, right? I mean, it is your property. You don't want some big shot company to make a shit ton of money and not tell you. And more importantly, you don't want the plague that is NFTs to sneak onto your property and sink its grubby, filthy nails upon it. And then came the problems, because what looks like a good idea at the first time turned into one of the most restrictive series of rules in the world. At the beginning of January 2023, a revised version of the OGL was apparently leaked to Linda Codegata IO9. By the way, this has not been released yet. This was a leak. Once again, thank you to the people who did it. Although you can find a full rundown on everything that's supposed to be included, here's the broad strokes. To begin with, it invalidates the original rules. You can no longer use the OGL.
Okay.
For
Excuse
anything.
me?
Why?
Because this is the new OGL, so you can't use the old one. Not allowed to use it. Stop D&D related NFTs and blockchains. The one good thing that came out of this. Allow the termination of license for any content that is blatantly racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, bigoted, or otherwise discriminatory. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Until you realize these are rules coming from the people that claim that using orcs is racist because it reminds them of black people.
Yo, who the hell is calling orcs racist?
What?
That's a very good question,
I blame
isn't it?
Bright.
Yeah.
I blame that stupid Will Smith movie, Bright.
Oh
Yeah.
my God!
So
Yes,
basically,
I forgot
they
about
took-
that.
Very lives don't matter today. God almighty.
Yeah, that basically they took the stupidity seriously, and now you got people online basically saying that you shouldn't use orc as enemies because they're supposed to be a stand-in for black people, even though originally the orcs were a stand-in for Mongols.
Mongols.
Oh my
Yeah, the Mongolian
ancient
invaders.
Mongolian hordes.
So basically
stuff.
they're saying you are not allowed to have people racist because that's racist. And I'm sitting here going, okay, what about this race of carnivorous, brutal, monstrous conquerors reminds you of minorities? Is there something you like to tell people?
Is there something that you want to tell
Yeah.
us here, folks?
So basically, they are putting the rules in the hands of oversensitive idiots that claim that everything has to be racist, everything has to be sexist. They're basically making an army of Anita Sarkeesians. It's terrible.
No.
So yeah, what could have been a good idea has become bad. Also, yeah, the idea of homophobic, transphobic, bigoted, or otherwise discrimination means that they're going to take you to task for anything that you do. They're trying to become moral busybodies upon your hobby,
Busy
which is
Busybodies,
stupid.
yeah.
But wait,
There's more.
Stated by the D&D publisher Wizards of the Coast, you must be notified about receiving a report of earnings of all your monetized content. So if you make a very successful D&D stream, you gotta tell them how much you're making. If you make a very important D&D based property that is not really D&D, you gotta tell them. If you use their system, you gotta tell them. And now you owe them money. If you make more than $750,000 per year, you owe them a royalty fee of 25% or 20% if it was funded by Kickstarter
Oh my
for
goodness.
all income beyond that point.
You
And,
gotta
of
be
co-
freaking kidding me.
and now for my last and personal favorite. Claim the right to use your content in any way that they see fit.
So basically, They're basically saying over here, hey, you know these awesome little homebrews or one-shots that you make with your
That's out
friends
now.
on D&D streams on Twitch?
Do you make this?
I made this.
I made
No,
this.
I made it.
Basically. Yeah.
What's mine? What's mine's is what's yours is mine, they say.
No! What's mine is mine. I made this campaign. I made this Twitch stream. No, listen. Okay, no, we've got our friend, our former flocker, Casper Hignite.
Hey, Casper, I hope you're doing okay.
No, dude, no. He's gonna be so royally freaking
He better
pissed.
be spitting fire and brimstone over this shit.
He's gonna
He
be so
better be.
pissed off. They're gonna he uses he, they, whatever. So if I use he or they, whatever. That's not the point. The point
He's
is
fine with he. We can use a he.
they use like D&D stuff, and they were trying to do Twitch streams about it in the past. Imagine now all that crazy shit's out the window because of freaking Hasbro. I'm choking on my anger.
Oh,
Because
I'm not-
because Hasbro and their
Fucking
twisted
hell!
sense
They're
of
greedy.
controlling content and just
And it hasn't just affected the fans, it affected actual companies and organizations. Do you guys recall the famous YouTube channel Critical Role, spearheaded by the famous well-known voice actor Matthew Mercer?
Isn't
Yeah, I
okay,
remember
need
that.
To know something.
I've heard of that.
Didn't Vox Machina come from their stuff?
They did, in fact, do Vox
Yes, they
Machina,
did.
which is clearly based on that, and they dropped a statement saying, yeah, we're going to have to find a different engine to run our campaign with because they're trying to basically fleece us dry our money. Oh, yeah. The consequences of this have been very far-reaching. Even after Wizards of the Coast released a second statement, a very, very silver-tongued double-meaning statement where they walk back a bunch of stuff saying that the new OGL will not contain a royalty structure. You will own the content you create. We won't.
Bullshit.
The content release will remain unaffected, and educational, charitable campaigns, live streams, cosplays, BTT uses, etc. will not be affected. Now, that's a lot more freeing, but it doesn't change the fact that what they said is essentially, we dropped the worst news first, and now we're going to slowly walk it back to see how you can get it back. Also,
No.
not shown here, there was leak reports essentially stating on an actual phone call that was recorded saying that they planned this. They literally wanted to ride the wave of controversy, then let the heat die down, and then bring it back slowly
As-
under our noses.
oh yeah, sure, as if it never
We're
happened.
not stupid. The internet's forever, you jackholes.
Yes, and now it's going to get worse because while that might seem like a very corporate conflict over property rights, this will have ripple effects that will reach everybody. To begin with, many establishments and publishments will most likely not produce this content ever again. Following the controversy, many of the biggest third parties have signed up to Paizo's alternative license. That's right. This was such a big problem that Paizo, a competitor of Wizard of the Coast, just went, hey guys, here's an alternative license, and I promise you we will not do that.
Where is it? Where is it in this article? I want to see the.
It says it right here.
I'm
The
trying to find
Paizo's alternative license. As such, the library of resources, adventures, and homebrew tricks by doing and players will shrink dramatically in the next few months. In addition, the number of people that actually want to make new content will most likely not want to get into it because, I mean, look at what the company's doing to you.
New content
Right?
for the D&D OGL now that their trust is gone and
Jeez,
because they don't
man.
like /
Yeah.
want to sign those revised terms is dwindling. Holy crap, you got to be kidding me. So you mean to tell me, yeah, okay. So for those who don't know, yeah, like Paizo is to Wizards of the Coast what Marvel or rather what DC is to Marvel.
Yeah, they're competing. They're well known, not that big, but they're competing. And
So they're more
basically-
like Dark Horse.
Yeah, and they're
Dark
basically
Horse,
going, okay, if they're going to treat you like that, listen, I'm going to offer you something similar to what you wanted before, but I won't treat you like garbage at the bottom of my shoe. How's that? Oh, and let's not forget, people are doing just homebrew anyway. Like, one of the most crafted homebrews I saw was one made for Final Fantasy XIV, which makes perfect sense because Final Fantasy is based on D&D. So they took the 5th edition rules, applied it to the content that the MMO already has, and they came up with this massive, comprehensive book that you can download online for free, and you can just run a Final Fantasy XIV campaign whenever you want to.
Holy crap.
And you know what Square Enix isn't doing? Telling you to stop.
Exactly. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Now, this leads into the next event, because obviously, companies are run by very stupid, very rich people. There's a bunch of jackasses in suits essentially dictating these idiotic rules, and they were perfectly fine to let this run until this next article. For you see, a brave soul, who I believe is the person who also leaked the information, said, guys, listen, you gotta speak with your wallet Sorry, go ahead.
Real quick, Nikki Bella is over here telling us
Nikki.
that she believes Cody Rhodes is going to be returning at the Royal Rumble.
Do you think he could return?
Yes, they've been releasing vignettes that Cody Rhodes is confirmed he will return for this year's WWE Royal Rumble, which will
Isn't that
be
next week?
It's on Saturday, January 28th in San Antonio, Texas.
Coming at high speed, waiting for our soul.
The hometown of insert non-canceled wrestler here. So WWE Hall of I was gonna say WWE Hall of Famer and former WWE World Champion Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna rehash that joke.
Okay, you need to stop with that.
The uncancelled Shawn Michaels.
He was canceled from 1998 to 2002.
Did he escape the cancellation jail?
Yeah, it's called his back was recovering.
Oh.
And he found God.
Oh, my back quads. My spine
He had, like,
quads.
everything was broken, so he was recovering properly.
By man who got hit by Thor by the Jormungandr Centaur. Every bone in his body exploded.
Kinda, yes.
Mythology's fun.
All right, let's get right to it.
Now-
Hit us with the following article that correlates to
The
what you were saying.
reason why they walk this back so quickly, let's be honest, they had no reason to walk this back. They could have just ridden the roll of the controversy until the heat died down and then do it anyway, because companies are idiots. The reason they walked it back is because, for once, talking with your wallet works. You see, in response to this, they decided to hit them where it hurts, in the money. And as a result, according to what I'm seeing here in Games Radar, so many fans canceled their online subscriptions that it crashed the page.
Oh my God! Folks, we shared the link in the article right here in the live chat, so
I see
feel
it
free
now.
to read it at your own pleasure.
D&D management is apparently looking at cancellations to gauge fan response. So some users have been ending their memberships.
And it makes sense, because when you think about it, the guys in charge, they don't give a crap about what we say online. We're just a bunch of YouTubers. They don't care about what more famous channels like Mudahar or Moist Critical or Team 4-Star or even Vox Machina itself. They don't care. They care about numbers. They care about money. And if you show that the number goes down, they panicked, and so they did. Hot on the wheels of the controversy.
Sir, we have a problem.
What's the matter? What's happening?
Line!
What?
Line go down!
Line go
Nani?
Line needs to go up.
No, line go down, sir!
Then make it go up.
They can't! We stupid, sir!
Stop, stupid. Line need to go up.
We can't! We need money! Line going down!
How
line
do
go
money,
down so bad!
How do
No!
money line ups?
Line up! Line go up!
But yes.
Lines!
Hot on the wheels. Hello, K-Storm. Hot on
Nora's
the
back
wheel.
in the chat.
Huh?
Nora's back.
Hi, Nora.
So yes.
That would be K-Storm off screen.
Yes, Angel, continue.
Hot on the heels of the controversy surrounding the reported changes to the D&D license, many community members have decided to speak with their money and cancel their subscriptions to the online hub D&D Beyond that apparently collapsed the page on the site. Following a Twitter post from YouTube and TikTok users D&D_short, in which they share the leak from the publishers of Wizards of the Coast, they say that the management was looking at D&D Beyond memberships and cancellations because it is the quickest financial data they currently have. Prominent D&D personality Jeannie D suggested that the followers cancel the subscriptions to push back against the changes, revealing that she already did. Many replies and quote tweets came to have done the same, resulting in reports of subscription management so heavy that it crashed the page under the weight of traffic. According to the resources mentioned by Linda Codega at IO9, who broke the original story, this already has a massive influence in the Wizard brass. More specifically, these cancellations and their impact on the bottom line of the coast is non-negligible, according to them, which means that yes, this is hurting the bottom line as it should. Before this, D&D Shorts content suggested that management viewed the community's response as overreacting. That's right. They looked at their fandom, the people that kept them fed, screaming in their doors, and they said, they'll get over it. True or not, Wizards' approach has had to change regardless. After a week of silence, other than a short tweet, D&D addressed the uproar by walking back many of the apparent changes and stating that we'd appreciate a chance to make it right. This is just the latest development in what has been a very bad week for Wizards of the Coast. After the initial reveal of the OGL changes, a petition of 26,000 people eventually grew to 60,000, by the way. The development was made with a major dev stating its own tabletop system. That's right. The development was made with another major dev. What's her name? We mentioned them before. Checking here real quick. Give me a second.
I can find
Yeah, we could.
Cobalt Press.
Oh goodness.
The teams behind many of those numerous third-party publications basically decided, you know what? Yeah, no, if they're not going to work like this, we're going to make our own rule set called Black Flag, which is available, open, and subscription-free to those who love it. So, Wizards of the Coast...
Oh, in your face!
Wizards of the Coast screwed up so badly that rival company just went, we're going to do the opposite of that.
Oh my God, guys.
Much like Icarus, who flew too close to the sun and got burned. Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, their equivalent of the Sun is.
You know I gotta talk
The
about this.
fans.
You just send me now, right?
Yeah, I have. We have to talk about
we
what I just
we
said.
gotta
to you.
talk about
I'm
this. Sorry,
Okay, guys.
So
there's another article that K-Storm forwarded our way.
thank you, K Storm, much appreciated.
And I hope you'll pardon me on this. Rather than what we were
Is
talking
this
about.
breaking or?
Well, it broke yesterday, but it's like we
It
have
broke
to
our
squeeze this
hearts.
in.
No. We'll
Why
fit it in.
isn't the messaging thing loading?
I'm gonna put this right here.
Give a
So
second.
to conclude the story of D&D, don't sign back up on their service. Don't give them your money. In fact, take money away from
They
them.
don't deserve it.
They clearly don't deserve it. They clearly don't want it, and they will do everything they can to make sure you don't want it. So, now that we're finished talking about one company shooting itself in the foot, let's talk about a company shooting itself in the foot even harder.
Oh my goodness! Here we go.
Breaking news, 343 Industries, after the cataclysmic failure that has been the development of Halo Infinite, will no longer make Halo games.
But we'll oversee outside development.
It's claimed that 343 Industries will be taking a back seat to the development of future Halo games. And this
You gotta
was
be
published,
kidding me.
And this was published yesterday by. Come
Sorry.
on, man! I want to
Sorry,
credit the guy.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Let me credit the publisher.
I was trying to get past
to credit. Yeah, by published by Darren Bonthius yesterday.
Bonthui.
A new report has claimed that longtime Halo developer 343 Industries is being taken off active development and that the new games in the series will be made by third-party studios. Think about how that. You screwed
my
up so
freaking
badly
God.
that you need to outsource the greatest franchise you ever made.
Now this can go either way. That is a double-edged sword.
Oh no, it
situation.
can only be better now because after
Yeah.
what they did with Halo Infinite, like
It
Jesus
can either
Christ.
be better or it could be worse.
I hope it gets better because they clearly don't seem to want to do it better. According to
Guys,
Halo,
you like
leaker-
Diablo?
Yeah.
Let's make Diablo Halo Wars. There you go.
Don't you
Alright,
guys
go
have Xboxes?
Angel, go on.
According to the leaker, Bathrobe Spartan, who has a solid track record with this information, and translated by Metro, Microsoft's Masley. Oh yeah, by the way, Microsoft dumped over 10,000 people after the events of this happened.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Just brief little thing I'm throwing here. Microsoft laid off over 10,000 workers from this company after the mess that was Halo, and many of them were veterans of the industry that have been there for over 10 years.
What the hell kind? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mass layoffs hit 343 really hard. As a result, a third of its workforce has been laid off. Even the veteran developer Joseph Staten is reportedly leaving the studio and will rejoin Xbox Publishing at a later date.
All right, that's
This
in
is-
French.
That's
but
all in French, but let me go and
Leslie, since you are saying 343 Industries, c'est
Oh my
bien.
God, Angel,
Ma
you
le
don't-
cose di conseguenze ne magie, question de studio ne se effettuo della persona in charge.
Angel,
Si
we-
c'est là europeo everti le impalo strategie le minime, de cose new accent molto le dio.
You know, Angel,
What's he
Google
sure?
Translate does exist.
No. I do not trust the Google Puseke.
Oh
you
my-
mean
Je ne
like
sais
this?
quoi les baguettes, motherfucker.
Here we go.
That
The
is-
dismissals within 343 Industries are unfortunately the result of poor management of the
Oh,
studio
shit.
and
Poor
its,
ma- you think?
and its workforce by the people in charge.
Believe me,
if
you-
this could have been avoided, the impact on the strategy remains minimal. Multiplayer-oriented content.
Bull crap.
Yeah, listen, no. We're not going to believe any of this, especially after this company took the brand that once gave us 3 beautiful games and mismanaged it. You know what? We should have seen this coming.
Okay, that
We
3
should've
beautiful games. That is
Halo
okay.
1, 2, and 3.
No, Angel, I am sorry, but I have to put my freaking foot down.
And what's that?
That is blatant ODST and reach erasure.
You know what? 100% right.
They're pretty
5 incredible games that deserve all of our time money.
well,
there
wait a
you
minute.
go.
Halo 4 was not great, but it was
That's the problem.
good.
It was not great. It
Like-
should have been great.
It wa-
Juan, like, look at that. Juan just pointed out masterpieces that brought tears to our eyes, gave us beautiful stories, beloved characters, and amazing gameplay. And then we got, yeah, it's all right, I guess.
Well, here's the thing. Like, Halo 4 was great because it introduced us finally. We finally get to see the Forerunners.
Yeah. And then what?
And then we finally get to see Master Chief like actually break ranks. to-
Uh-huh.
He did that before.
He did that before.
Listen, there's a reason everybody goes worried when the company called itself 343, because that's the name of 343 Guilty Spark, which earned the trust of the chief and then betrayed him and nearly
We
screwed
should have
up.
seen.
We
They
should
were
have
warning
seen
us.
it coming.
They warned us. Those
Alas.
sons of bitches.
Okay, true. I just have a soft spot for Halo 4. Okay, guys.
No,
Notice
that's
how
fine.
we're not even
I
mentioning
understand.
Halo 5.
That's perfectly
As
fine.
much as I loved the Hunt the Truth audio dramas.
That was the only good part of it.
Right?
It's really good.
God darn it. Now, one such studio, it continues with this matter of the controversy as it is. Give me, hang on.
Yeah, I was gonna
did
say,
I
let's
lose the
let
article?
Juan, let's let Juan take this turn this time.
No,
We've each
me?
read a paragraph,
Like-
so now it's Juan's turn. Go
Which-
back up.
Where are you?
Right. No, after the tweet, 343.
Yeah.
Juan, your turn.
All right.
We're all taking
343 Industries will then take on a parental role for Halo, overseeing new games and content while working on maintaining the game's engine. This is an entirely new territory for 343 Industries, as it has relied on outside help to develop Halo Infinite's multiplayer content.
Yeah, I wonder how well that
Season 2
went.
is a prime example of this. But Bathrobe Spartan claims that the planned story-based DLC has been scrapped due to being considered not cost-effective under 343's stewardship.
Think about that for a second. We wasted so much money. We can't even afford to try to scam you with. Hey man, remember when Halo games had like a full story inside the game?
Yeah,
Why do
me
I need
neither.
DLC for the story? Can anyone here tell me what's the story of Halo Infinite? No, I'm genuinely asking. Anybody out there who actually played this incomplete game, this beautiful package of half a burger, can someone tell me what is the story of Halo 6?
That is a very good
It's
question.
not Halo 6, it's Halo
it's just
Infinite.
Halo
Oh, I'm
Infinite.
sorry, Infinite. What are we fighting for?
What are we fighting for?
I don't know. Are we fighting Infinite? Is Infinite crossing over from Sonic? That would have been cool.
No,
Don't do this to me. We already we finally had a good Sonic game after many years. Don't do this to me.
no. No, Jose.
Seriously,
My dearest
nobody can
friend.
tell me anything. Like, listen, when the original Halos came out, everybody harped about how good the gameplay was, but people loved the story. They loved the characters, they loved their personalities, they loved the tale, how it unfolded, how it combined. As a result, let's not lie to ourselves.
The mythos of the didact and the freaking
Yeah.
his wife being the librarian of how they had their drama between them and how
That's
how we actually the ancient humans what was his name, the Lord of Generals, we teamed with the god
Yeah.
dang prophets. They're
Voiced
the
by
Sunshine
Keith
Yes.
David.
yeah, no, exactly. He was voiced by Keith David in the
Like,
freaking thing.
imagine
We
that.
teamed
That
with
was
them
cool.
because we were trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and then freaking Didact shows up like, hey,
It's me.
Yeah.
And let's not.
wipes de-evolved 100,000 years,
Yeah.
cavemen.
And of course, it brought us some important pieces that became actual part of pop culture. The entire Machinima channel was born out of Red vs. Blue, which was literally, what if we just start screwing around and make a comedy series with these models from Halo 2 that we worked
And
on?
then they gave us Rooster Teeth, and then Rooster Teeth sold itself to Warner Brothers,
And then
now
the
it's
rest
dead.
says and the
Yeah.
rest says
And now it's a dead
history.
brand.
And of
There.
course, the iconic theme of Halo, which has basically resounded in our ears and hearts forever, which is kind of funny when you realize that the theme came from the bad guys.
Ha.
It's a religious chant literally saying space jihad.
Kind of, yeah. That's what the Covenant was doing.
yeah.
The story
They're not
was good.
realizing.
The characters were great.
They're not realizing, we shall go and take this wonderful, gigantic ring relic of the Halo. It will lead us to the grand 100 million species genocide. What?
Yes.
I think that's another reason
Jihad,
why.
yay!
I think
We're
that-
ascending.
Guys,
No, you're
guys,
dying,
Guys,
idiots.
I think that's another reason why I like the Halo 4 game, because it doesn't start off with the same thing. It starts off with a different type of music for the Reclaimer song.
Yeah, it was still
that
good. And, well, of course, as Mr. Juan ever so qualified, the whole ODST, which showed us the point of view of people who are not Master Chief,
Regular humans.
leading to one of
being
the most
kick-ass.
heartbreaking endings and the most iconic line in the whole franchise. Objective: survive.
No, that's Reach.
That's
Reach. Reach was great.
Halo Reach
Sorry,
was the fall
Reach
of
led,
Legion's Spartan
like
noble team.
a
You were
proper
Noble 6.
prequel story there. Also, it led
Remember
to.
Reach. The
And-
freaking ad campaign, Remember Reach.
They
Like,
got me with that, and of course, as you know, Halo itself changed the facet of gaming. It basically gave birth to, well, it didn't go birth to because Quake get it there before, but it repopularized multiplayer-based online connection teams. The stories that were made during those days, in those arenas, as 14-year-olds scream slurs about your mom, were things that will stay in our hearts forever. And then 343 showed up and said, yeah, we can do it just as well, and then they didn't. And then they didn't, worse. And then they didn't, and they stopped halfway to the didn't. And the roadmap for Halo Infinite has stretched so far. Can you imagine paying
This is what
$70 for an incomplete game?
This is what happens when they basically took Bungie and gave him the finger. Because remember, Bungie's were the ones who were developing all this stuff. They're like, yeah, cool, yay, community, and freaking built people up. Make Griffball real. Let's bring gamer fuel and invent it for real. Why do you think we're over here drinking Mountain Dew pitch black, me with the zero sugar variety? Thank God for that, because the gamer culture is alive and well, and it was because of what happened originally with the Halo franchise, and you can't take that from us, but these fuckers at 343 are trying their damnedest.
There was a picture out there that shows the difference between those two studios better than any word could say.
Comme ça.
The first picture.
Since we had a Frenchman. Comme ça, mon frère.
Merci, s'il vous plaît. Merci, s'il vous plaît.
Couper le fromage, mon frère.
The first picture is a picture of Bungie Studios. And it's a small group of dudes.
Yes.
Nerds to the core, you
Yes.
can tell. Thick glasses, bad fashion sense. They
Yeah.
are in a grungy, small office that looks like a basement with a coat of paint, surrounded by computers and machinery. 343. Big, spacious office. Lots of glass, sunlight streaking through. Lots of people of different creeds and diverse looks. Everybody looks perfectly smile clean. Everybody looks sterile. And there is not a single computer inside. One side did it because they wanted to make something that was fun. The other side did it because they wanted to make money. And never before has that information been more serious than now. As we have seen, one of the most popular, most important, and most influential franchises of the third console generation take off, flourish, go off like a firework, and slowly come down to earth, pieces of itself trailing from the sky. We should have never brought that shit back. We should have stopped at 3. And ODST and Fall of Reach.
Yes.
We should have stopped. We had the perfect stopping point, but we kept going. And just like every other big franchise, it didn't go out with a bang. It went out with a whimper that didn't even finish whimpering because we haven't developed the script for whimpering. And the DLC for whimpering had to be
Oh
sold
my
separately.
God.
But we had to cancel it because it was too expensive. And 10,000 people just got laid off from Microsoft because of this.
There's one weird little redonkulous tale that goes along with all this.
Yeah,
Of
let's see if we
course.
can mention it because we're almost out of
No,
time.
I don't think
Of course.
No, we can't mention this this other story, but of course the PR campaign doesn't just stop with this article.
Of course
I
not.
wish I could make this up. We found this wonderful little message courtesy of 343 Industries. I'm actually going to try to read it off to you guys, but why is it making... There we go.
There we
Okay.
go. Yep.
You're going to love this stupidity.
Oh boy, an official statement.
Halo and Master Chief are here to stay. 343 Industries will continue to develop Halo now and in the future, including epic stories, multiplayer, and more of what makes Halo great. Signed, Pierre Heinz, studio head.
You disgust me.
Ha!
As the son of Moog, Lieutenant Commander Worf once said, "You must think me a fool to make your lies so transparent."
I can't believe
Wow! Great
I-
job, Pierre. Great job at insulting your
They're actually
fans.
just lying to us. They couldn't even get the story. Like, we
Oh
gave
my
them the golden goose and they
God.
slowly strangled it to death before our very eyes. And they had the cojones
The
to sit
nerve.
there and tell us that, don't worry, guys, it will never stop like this.
Seriously,
Never
like,
be
how
over.
dumb do you think we are? What, do you think we're 5 years old? I mean, what, did you get your demographics mixed up?
Yes, they did.
God, the industry's falling apart.
Yes,
Or are you
yes,
just...
it is.
Yeah, oh,
It's,
God.
it's
Now-
falling away at the seam. Also, Nora has a very important message for you. She's an angel for insulting Goku. She called them the Swarm. It ain't the Swarm, Nora. They're
It's
called the Flood.
You uncultured neophyte.
Neophyte.
Oh.
Silly person. You try to use the Halo franchise against us, but you don't know the
Well, I
proper
mean,
name.
it makes sense that the Dragon Ball Super would get it wrong. Because their ass don't read. Don't mess with Dragon Ball fans. They can't read.
That being
Almighty.
said, this is such a...
That sign
this
can't
is such
stop
a,
me because I can't read.
Guys, this is such
Also,
an
Hygiene
incredible...
Rick.
Hello.
This is such a very disappointing and very, very, very awful end to the Halo franchise.
What a fart.
That is
What a wet fart.
You-
It's
you
not
ain't-
just any wet fart. It's a wet
Oh.
fart that transfers
Thank
down.
you, Miss Jean Rick. Much
Gene Rick
appreciated.
with a $1.99 super chat saying, "Happy Saturday, guys."
Happy Saturday. Thank
you. No,
But yes.
No, I know what this is. You know the Hindenburg?
Yes.
How it exploded massively in a
Yes.
huge conflagration, killed hundreds of people?
Yes.
This is the Hindenburg, but it doesn't explode. Instead, they walked up to it and say, I'm going to fix it. They punch a hole, and we spend 3 days watching it slowly deflate.
Hang on a minute, Angel. I got a much better comparison for you, and I know you'll agree with me because you've seen it. This is the exploding barbed wire death match from AEW Revolution.
Yes.
Ah!
No, you got it. Massive build-up,
match
incredible
was great.
concept, pathetic
Wet
letdown.
fart finish.
Just pull out a towel and just wipe the skid mark from the mat.
Exactly. I will get my revenge, the Ravens flock.
Yeah, sure.
We will see.
Yeah, sure. I'll just
Nora.
wait for the next 20 episodes when you get your new form or something.
Yeah, and then that Pierre dude from 343 Industries had
studio head.
the studio head had the gall to put that message out.
Get it? Wow. No, sorry, go ahead, Azay. That was a French joke because Gaul was a French territory.
No, I just don't have anything else to say to this except like this is absolutely awful, absolutely disappointing. I feel bad for the 10,000 people working for 343 Industries who lost their jobs because of this.
You know what they ought to do? I know you know what they ought to do, Angel.
They gotta open their own studio
Yeah.
with blackjack.
And hookers.
Yeah.
In fact, forget the studio.
Just make video games.
Oh, yeah.
Better yet,
You
have
could
them go to Bungie.
By the way,
Make Destiny 3 and make it like gigantic, and that would give everyone over
Yeah.
at Microsoft the biggest middle finger.
allow me to tell you how other companies.
I don't know
ironically
anything
did
about
it
Destiny,
right.
but that'd be funny.
What is it,
Ironically,
Angel?
here's how two other companies did that. Sony, for all its mistakes, when they did that Microsoft acquisition, they sacrificed a huge amount of money to keep those employees because they're like, no, that's the talent. We're not going to throw them away.
Sony? What do you mean Microsoft?
So I can't
You mean
remember. Who
Bungie.
it was. Bungie, yeah.
Yeah, Sony bought Bungie.
They literally said, yeah, they actually spent more money that was put on the deal so they could keep the employees because they want the talent. And meanwhile, many years ago, when the Nintendo Wii U flopped massively, Mr. Iwata himself walked up, publicly apologized, and you know what he did to keep the employees?
What did he do?
He cut his salary in half.
Whoa!
See, now that's how you properly say, oh, like, I make this joke with Azay sometimes, like, the whole thing of the midlife crisis of NXT 2.0 being
Yeah.
that stupid Splatoon look.
The
color.
multicolor midlife crisis.
And, I make this joke that now Shawn Michaels, he's in charge of NXT and it looks better and it's actually produced. I make this joke with Azay, when we're off air and all, like, just as if Shawn Michaels
He's, like, old and tired.
No, like, he's an older guy now. He's just very straight faced. On behalf of everyone here at NXT, we're very sorry about airing our midlife crisis in public. It will not happen again. And just walking away.
That is the most honest apology you'll ever get from corporate. But the fact that there's companies out there want to do
that's
that.
what Sony and freaking Nintendo is doing.
Yeah, say what you
Learn, Microsoft.
Say what you
Learn!
will. Say what you will about the mistakes that Sony's making and the mistakes that Nintendo makes, but there is a reason that while they are still essentially in the race, yeah, despite all the idiocy with the PlayStation 5, Sony's still there.
I know.
And
What
Xbox is
PlayStation
basically... 5? Yeah, good point. I don't know. I keep thinking about it, but I keep forgetting that it's nowhere to be
Imagine
seen.
if Steph got her hands on a PS5.
Then I know that's an illusion right there.
Oh,
no,
God.
the second it happens, I go shake her hand, and she literally vanishes before my... What happened?
She
She's
turns
gone.
to this cloud of aberration of.
She shatters in a puff of logic. All right.
Considering that her logic is undeniable.
Yes.
go on, Angel.
Okay, the episode is over. We're going way over time, so I'm going to
So
pull in
please-
the
yeah,
last
please
thing.
finish
Sure,
it up.
why not?
Now
Let's
it's
go
time
over
to cap
time.
off the show with another piece of hilarious disappointment. Ladies
we're
and
going
gentlemen,
over?
once again,
could go
after
overtime.
all these years, let's talk about Blizzard again.
Oh God! Oh God!
Somehow,
I had no clue we were going to be talking about Blizzard properly. Oh my Lord in heaven! So you guys
Somehow-
know.
Let's cover this.
the
Sure, why
inevitable
not?
has
Screw it.
occurred, and Blizzard has cut ties with its biggest pronouncer of money, China. The company NetEase has criticized China's offer as unequal and unfair. Recently, in Hong Kong, China games company NetEase has rejected the proposal from Blizzard to temporarily
World of Warcraft
extend the
creator Blizzard,
partnership while the U.S. company gets a new partner, calling the proposal terms unequal and unfair in an escalating spat. Blizzard said in November that its 14-year partnership with NetEase was going to end, spelling that the imminent withdrawal from games like World of Warcraft, the StarCraft series, and Overwatch from the world's biggest game market as of January 23rd. Like, that means that all of China literally doesn't get to play those games anymore.
Wow!
In
Wait,
a-
so that's Monday.
Yeah.
That's in 48 hours.
That's in
It's
48
happening.
hours.
Yeah.
oh
gonna
my
happen.
God!
The Chinese company criticized Blizzard for its excessive confidence in making a request that it said demonstrated a lack of consideration for NetEase and the gamers. We don't know what the offer was, by the way. NetEase's statement came a day after Blizzard said the Chinese firm declined to take up an extension that would prevent a disruption of services in the Chinese market, while the U.S. firm continued to negotiate with different partners. I'm going to skip to the next article because it leads to the most amazing moment of pettiness ever.
Guys,
This is the best.
Okay,
Sure, why not?
So you know, the way that this announcement of NetEase cutting ties with Activision Blizzard, whatever you think is going to be the next logical step on this, you have no idea. This is an absolute abject act of pettiness.
Hello, Rebecca. Yes, we're thankful that you're catching us live. We're
Rebecca.
talking about
Hello.
another chapter in this incredible slow burn of Activision
Also,
Blizzard.
Rebecca, we gave you a shout out. Thank you so much for that $50 tip that you sent over.
We really do
on our
appreciate
Stream
it.
Elements.
Thank you so much.
And Nora is also asking, how do you guys feel about
Oh
fan
my
art?
God.
We love fan art.
Dude, make as much as you want.
That depends on what fan art.
as long as it's
fan
not
art of
AI,
us.
as long as
A
it's
fan
not
art of us?
If it's
Well,
not
yes,
AI,
I
can live
actually
with
do
that.
have a couple ideas I want to chime in on
No.
you, so you know.
No, Joe, we will not give you a 10-foot long penis.
No, Jose, that's not how it works.
You stick with your 9-foot long like everybody else here.
yeah,
Why
exactly.
do I want to go an extra
Angel.
foot, Angel?
Angel.
Because that's overcompensating and it's rude.
Angel, you got your metric system mixed up again. It's not centimeters to feet. It's centimeters to inches.
Oh, no, I meant feet.
You man feet.
I don't have a left leg, one. I lost it in the war.
What the hell is that?
That's a prosthetic. Come on, you see, he can't feel a thing. Look,
Dunk.
you see?
I will point the camera at your foot right this
Don't.
instant.
That will get us more than monetized than ever before.
Oh my lord.
You can't see it, but behind this sock, everything is pixelated.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
Wancho,
sure,
Now,
I'll see that.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
Wancho, let's not risk the
To
demonetization.
go into it, this has resulted not only in the breaking of the partnership, but in one of the pettiest events ever. In the accusations, NetEase went so far as to live stream the demolition of the Blizzard offices. The employees. It gets better.
Oh no!
It gets better.
Let Angel cover
Keep
this.
going, keep going,
Go
keep
on.
going.
Employees demolished the physical offices, dismantled the giant replica of the legendary World of Warcraft weapon Gorehowl. That's a pretty good name.
Oh my
and
god.
broke the local version of the iconic Blizzard Orc statue. And just to pile salt on that, once they were done, NetEase's coffee shop gave the participants a new drink called Blizzard Green Tea. Green tea in China is a slang term for someone who is disingenuously innocent, wholesome, or traditional, making their opinion of Blizzard quite clear.
Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Not only did they dismantle look at them, here's the video. They dismantled the freaking statue, and then they went to the cafeteria, and they basically got some of
Let's
the
not
drink
actually play it.
says,
I don't want to give them.
look at this podcast, bitch.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Obviously, in one end, the players are not happy that Blizzard tried to paint NetEase as the bad guy in the situation, that they were also at fault. On the other hand, NetEase is hardly innocent. They have been scrutinized for aggressive and very greedy business model because China. Riot Games even actively is suing NetEase over their Valorant copycat game, Hyperfront. The true victims of the situation, as usual, is the fans. Aside from the mess with Diablo Immortal, all Blizzard games will be unavailable in China beginning on the
Indefinitely.
24th of January, indefinitely. You cannot play those games. Like many other, the data will most likely be lost as well, unless they establish a Chinese market in the future. Regardless of the specific, both Blizzard and NetEase are to blame because they screwed each other, they screwed us, and they screwed the players. Once again, reminding us why digital distribution is a mistake. Because at any second, somebody can flip a switch and make your games go away forever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Incredible pettiness, but once again, the players suffer the most. Not because they're working with Blizzard, but because they play World of Warcraft. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well,
I feel
obvious-
so horrible
I,
for this.
I feel so horrible, and at this point, I'm just tired, Angel. I'm just tired of all this news with the self-destruction of Activision Blizzard.
Like at this point, like look at this way. China is their biggest business partner. China is their money maker. It's more than half of their earnings, and they just went, screw it. We don't need it.
Like they literally went, no, we don't need you guys, and China went, bet, click.
Yeah.
Serve me the bitch ass punk drink.
I'm sorry. Like,
The fuck bitch drink.
They
The
literally
punk
have a drink where apparently green tea is a slang term for somebody who pretends to be wholesome, but they're shady in the back.
Oh.
So essentially, it's like this mofo is sauce. Give me the drink.
This mofo sauce. give me
hang
the
on a
green
minute,
tea.
Juan. Help me out.
Talk about spilling the tea.
Juan,
Damn.
listen to me. Help me out here. Isn't there like a dessert beverage at Dairy Queen called the Blizzard?
The Blizzard, the McFlurry.
No, it's
The
it's
McFlurry is like
no,
McDonald's.
that's
version.
McDonald's.
My
but
bad,
we're
my
talking Dairy Queen. DQ.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
there's
Blizzards.
Blizzard.
Yes,
the
what about it?
Blizzards. I'd rather take that over what.
What
Blizzard's
if they
doing.
break a green tea flavor of Flurry?
Don't do this to me.
I mean, wow. Once again, I was always the impression
Matcha
that Blizzard
green
was
tea.
going.
Actually, that would sound
Those are-
tasty
those
right
are
now that I'm
pretty
thinking
good,
about it.
Now, obviously, we have had a long history of covering how Blizzard has continuously put a dildo up its butt and just screwed it as tight as it could. But now they pulled it out and just smacked their partner in the bed with all the contents, and the partner just left, and they just go, "Why am I toxic?"
Like, wow, so much for the tolerant butt taker
Yeah,
who
my
took
God.
my rusty metal phallus object that I shoved up their butt, and then I didn't use any lube in it, and then I twisted it around, and then I tried to make them sing Right Round from Depeche Mode or whatever, but they don't want to sing because they're uncomfortable.
So there you have it. To finish off the cap of this episode's news, Microsoft screwed itself. Blizzard screwed itself. Everybody's screwing themselves. Go watch Puss in Boots.
And don't forget, watch Power Rangers.
And watch Power
You know what?
And watch Cobra Kai and Invincible.
Reject greedy video game companies. Go watch Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Yes, that's
There
a
you
good
Go
one.
play Battle for the Grid. It's actually a fun and broken fighting game.
Let me see. Nora's saying over here, Angel, I already got ideas for you as the villain with the glasses.
Well, yes, you see, I play the most villainous thing of them all. I'm going to look exactly the same, but I'm going to wear a suit, and half of my dialogue has the word stocks in it.
Yeah.
No!
It will
Yeah.
be the most malevolent thing you will ever hear in your life.
Stonks!
Yeah.
Stonk. That's
All
his
right.
name. The Stonk Man.
All right, so folks, we thank you very much for tuning in to another wonderful episode here. I just have a couple of announcements before we wrap things up. So tying back to what we teased about earlier, yes, it is happening. The Ravens flock. We are going to Central Florida Comic-Con. It's happening right now this weekend for today and for tomorrow, July 22nd, at the RP Funding Center in Lakeland, Florida. And me and the Juancho here will be there in attendance to cover the convention. We're going to be live streaming from there. It's going to be tons of fun. We have a great history with Central Florida Comic-Con. We've been there a few times in the past.
And we're thankful for Central Florida Comic-Con for letting us come out once again. We're going to go say hi over there. I believe Timothy Zahn is actually going to be there. Any of you guys who are proper Star Wars nerds, Timothy Zahn should be a name akin to George Lucas in it. He gave us the Thrawn trilogy and the new Thrawn trilogy as well. He gave us Grand Admiral Thrawn.
He's one
and
of
I've
the
got a copy of the Thrawn novel over here. If I've got the scratch for it, and if I don't, I'll freaking sell my arm to have the money for it. I'll get that autograph.
Remember,
Oh, yes.
he's one of
I
the
will
few
get the
good
mark.
writers left that has not been corrupted by Disney's inability to not erase the alternative, like the other canon. So
Grand
yeah,
Admiral Mithra Nuodo.
exactly.
And also as aforementioned, the cast members of the Power Rangers will be there. Steve Cardenas, the Yellow Ranger for Power Rangers Zeo.
Nakia Barres.
Nikia Barres, thank you. You're better at memorizing names
Nakia
than I am.
Baresi.
Jason Faust, who played the Red Time Force.
Font.
Who played the
Faust
Red
is
Time
cooler. He should call himself
Yeah.
that.
Who played the Red Time Force Ranger. He will also be in attendance. And yeah, no, we're looking forward to it. I actually took a look at some photos of them setting up the convention. It looks like they're setting it up in a bigger venue in the RP Funding Center.
See, the RP Funding Center has like an exhibitor hall, and it also had like an indoor gymnasium hall. They got them both for this year, dude.
It's gonna be
Vampire.
big. It's gonna be awesome, and we're looking forward to it. So yes, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna be live streaming exclusively on YouTube, and we can't wait to show you guys the convention so that we can give you guys the same experience. And also, a couple other announcements. So, for next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which airs every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch, along with my reviews of WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and Impact Wrestling, I will be covering the 6-person tag team match as part of the Great Muda's farewell tour.
Yeah.
Because he's retiring this year.
Big guys
where the
coming
Great Muda
down.
will be tag teaming with the AEW TNT champion Darby Allin and, of course, the Icon.
It's Sting! How's Sting going to fight alongside the Great Muda? Is he just going to stand in the corner menacing?
No.
Is he
he's-
going to be pointing his bat at the
No,
opponent?
he's going to stand straight, and Muda is going to use him as a sword so he can perform Stinger.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's hysterical.
He's going to do Sting combos.
Well, let's
While Darby Allin is doing 6 skateboarding
Exactly.
stunts.
Smoking, sexy, stinging.
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be covering that match along with you guys. Like, the Great Muda had a great match already a couple weeks ago with Shinsuke Nakamura. I've already talked about it here on this
The
program.
dude with the cool violin theme.
And, Angel, I sent you the video privately. I hope you had a chance to see it.
I actually saw just a bit of it before I came here.
What did you think?
So far, I'm liking the entrance. The entrance is really good. I want to see when the fight actually starts. So let me get back to you. On that.
Yo, yeah, no worries.
Let me
no
go back
worries.
to you because man, I love that dude's entrance. It's
And
a
of course,
fucking-
Angel, we're not done with Bayonetta
Of
3
course,
not for
no.
a long shot, are we?
I must admit, I'm a little surprised how every single recording we done always ends at the proper climatic moment in the story.
That's good.
That's good.
That's
so
good
yes,
timing.
Please make sure to join us next Saturday at 5 p.m. Standard Time, where under my humble tutelage, we'll be continue to play another episode of Los Amigos Play. This time going through the increasingly bizarre journey that has become Bayonetta 3, where we're playing Bayonetta 3, then we lost to Bayonetta, then we gained a Bayonetta, then we play Godzilla, and now we're playing Joe's punk rock fantasies. It's fantastic. It's beautiful, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying playing it. So please remember, before the Ravens flock, join Los Amigos and let's do some playing.
Absolutely. But before we get to all of that, Juan has a show every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern as well.
Indeed, I do. If you are brand new to this channel, you should know that we stream 4 shows a week. Saturdays we have our double whammy. Thursdays we have Wrestle Rewind. But at the start of the week, right before that, well, not the start exactly, the middle of the week, because we want to give you guys time to relax, to breathe, to take a sip.
Of course.
We grant you access to the Black Files,
Poison
our
comes in
uncensored,
small doses.
uncompromising interview and review podcast. We air this stuff at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch, where I take us through a single news story in the world of nerdy, geeky pop culture over here. You saw that we ran through the gamut of
It was varied.
There was video games and freaking movies.
Yeah,
and
there was a
Angel
lot of bullets in the
sipping over
chamber.
Puss in Boots and stuff. But on the Black Files, we focus in on one story. We focus in. We go hard on the matter. We're uncomfortable talking about crap.
Always going hard.
But we go hard for the truth because we believe in keeping accountability. We believe in, of course, we're not just going to spit facts out and not give any context in terms of
It's
humanity.
important
You're going to
matter
get
of
our
nuance.
opinions on it. But they're uncompromised, they're unfiltered opinions. You want to swear, you could swear a half hour into that.
I'll
okay?
make sure to keep
I'll
that
even
in
give you a
mind.
timer.
No, I will have a timer. I'll be like, the moment it hits 29:59 and the second it goes to 30, I just go, fuck!
Yeah.
No
exactly.
matter what you're saying.
Technically,
And then-
that didn't count. Juan did not say the full word.
No, I said bah.
No,
Okay, good.
I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be at any moment. So you keep it
gotta
on your
do it.
clock. It's gonna be like Juan is gonna be saying something
You're going to
very
do it,
sensitive.
Angel. You're
and-
going to do it, Angel.
and-
There's no law against the Pokemon, Angel.
Exactly. No, Joker, don't! I'm gonna do it.
Do it, Angel.
And then, it's gonna be like Juan is gonna be saying something very sensitive, and then her terrible loss was felt by her friends and family. Shit!
Yes.
At least do it with taste. Thank you.
And of course,
I'm gonna use the voice modulator and make it louder than humanly
So
possible.
remember, folks, tune in Wednesday nights, 10 p.m. for the Black Files. Join us as we grant you access. It's the underbelly of nerdy and pop culture, but it needs to be unearthed and it needs to be light shed upon it.
Absolutely. And of course, tune into our main show every
course.
Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. We, the Motley Crew of Nerds, will be here to talk with you on all the topics and discussions that's circulating in the world of nerd and geek culture. Whether it's a busy week or whether it's a slow week, there's always something to talk about, and we'll be here to discuss it with each and every one of you. And everything that we've done on this channel, as far as our shows are concerned, our quarterly annual subathons, our con appearances, our interviews, all the topics, everything that we discuss, as Juan pointed out, there are topics that are not popular, topics that we need to discuss because we are in the interest of speaking the truth with you, of being informative to all of you, to get you guys into the conversation, to get you guys talking, to share different opinions, fostering a sense of community. And everything that we have done is all part of our desire from 2013 to make
your voice, our mission.
And you know what? No, Juancho, I think I can do this. I'm going to plug us away.
All right,
I
fine.
didn't.
Then if
So-
you're plugging us away, then I'll wrap us up, and Angel will wrap us up at the end, too.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, we'll all do it collectively.
Okay, then we'll all collectively plug us away.
No, I don't know how to read those. Let him do it.
Fine. All right, fine. You do the first part, and I'll do the second part.
And I'll do the conclusion, I guess. Can I do the conclusion?
Yeah,
does
okay,
it
you know
work?
what? You know what? Let's not mess with the formula. Juan, you do it. Come on, because if we're
Somebody
look at
just
this,
wants-
Juan. You're bickering at me like children.
Sounds like somebody just wants to get the last word in again. Uh-huh.
I am the host.
Yeah, you're the
one of the 3 hosts. Isn't
No,
it?
no.
You're the
That's
first
why
host.
he's bold. He's the period at the end of the sentence.
Period.
Thank you.
It's poetic. Now, Juan.
Well, I
go
guess
ahead.
this is make me the comma,
Yes,
and Angel's the exclamation mark.
always.
Oh,
That
all
makes
right.
perfect sense.
Juan, the comma, plug us away.
Let's not do that, please. Let's not make that a thing. I was just
No, it's happening now.
No, don't.
You gave them material,
No.
Angel.
Hey,
Damn it.
hey, that thing you said about the fan art. Get to work on that.
No.
Do it, Juan.
Me and my big
Plug us
mouth.
away.
You look like a yin symbol. It means calm.
Anything but
He
Paul.
came up with the material, and you added more.
No, damn it.
Local man completely owns himself.
It laughs in face of terror. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody in between, thank you very much for watching and joining us on this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we bring you the latest news of the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. Join us as we bring you the latest news of the world of cosplay conventions in terms of anime, video games, music, movies, TVs, of manga, freaking pro wrestling news, and work towards bringing you the lighter truth and bringing us all together to make your voice our mission. Join us live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell, become an interflocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Twitch.tv/TheRavensFlockOnline, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock.
Very nice.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.